is up, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new stream today on the Lexus. Today it is the 3 p.m. Watchalongs. Just had to adjust the camera a little bit. Slightly different setup than what I normally do with my Watchalongs, at least, but it's because we're not looking at a specific game. We don't need a scorecard, but today what we are going to look at is pretty much all of the 3 p.m. kickoffs from the Premier League all the way down to League Two. We'll even mention some National League current scores as well. Now, I'm so annoyed with myself because I said I was going to schedule this stream early to rack up some potential attention, likes or whatever, but forgot to do it. Not until like the very last minute at least. But we have got people here. Joe, welcome. Charlie, welcome as well. Gatsby here. He's outside at the moment, but I am currently home alone actually. So if he gets a bit lonely, he will potentially find me there. So will I see Gatsby? That's a maybe, but personally I think he's going to stay outside, to be honest, actually. Everything's there. My Twitter and Instagram are down there. Got the right direction this time, in case you wanted to follow them. They're always available there. Tom, welcome to the stream as well. You guys have just suddenly put a form on mine. I need to make sure that I've saved everyone's predictions now. But should only take a minute though, because for what I have known, because I did do a double check today, should have everyone's predictions in unless they've predicted them like in the last couple of minutes or so. Looking at latest comments I've not responded to, or every single comment I responded to has had predictions. So that's a good sign. Matt's just gone live. He's streaming Forest and Everton, which is a very interesting pick for a game. I think potentially a really good choice, actually. What was I going to do? Oh, I tell you what I was going to do. I'm just going to quickly do something around my end, a couple of maintenance stuff. Let me know, guys, of how your team is going to do within this kickoff, by the way, and whether your team's not playing the kickoff or not. Let me know what you are thinking so far this weekend. We have had a couple of results take place. Hibernian and Rangers. There's been a bit of an update on Conte and Tuchel, which is interesting right now. Right, I need to just change these. That's why this is not happening there. Change that. And I think that's everything done my end. If everything's done, I'll start previewing all of the games because we've got a lot to cover. Right, that's everything done. I'll cover Championship first, then go Prem, League 1, League 2 in terms of lineups and predictions. Time to go top of the prediction league. Well, we'll see about that. It could potentially... a possibility. Wigan failed to win any of their first three opening games for the first time since 2014-15. What's the update on Tuchel? It said that his one game ban was pending, subject to investigation. It's some sort of baloney like this. If anything, I mean, it's already been corrupt enough as it is for the fact that Conte was not given a touchline ban at all. Tuchel was. I understand it. But they have not even been fined the same. I would have at least given them the same fine. And, well, if anything, if you get a red card, you get a ban, a touchline ban, any way or another. Fines I would accept being probably a bit different if Tuchel... Well, I mean, I know Conte started it. But if they're talking about the full-time thing, I'd understand why Tuchel would get worse off from that. But at the very least, if you get a red card, and I think even Jesse Marsh said it, ironically enough, if you get a red card, you don't feature in the game. And they didn't... they bottled that, the FA or whoever decided that on the investigations there. But this stream's not all about that. This is about the 3 p.m. kickoffs. Spurs have already played against Wolves, ironically enough, and they have won 1-0. Harry Kane, is it goal 250 now? I think he's reached some milestone, Harry Kane. I didn't manage to actually look at it. What was it? I mean, I'll find out in a minute from you guys, potentially. Right, let's actually cover the Championship games. I've been a bit flustered. So, first off, Preston-Watford. Both teams with a decent start to the season. And if I'm right in saying, if I look at their stats right now, both are unbeaten so far this season. Preston with 3 draws and a win. Watford with 2 wins and 2 draws. Squads look like this. Woodman in goal with Andy Hughes, Liam Lindsay and Jordan Storey. They're the only team, I believe, Preston, who's still not conceded a goal. Ben Whiteman there with Robbie Brady and Brad Potts in the wings positions, and they've connected very well before. In fact, it was that Brady and Potts connection that got Preston's only goal so far this season. Ledson and Alan Brown dictating the midfield. You've got Troy Parrott and Daniel Johnson. No Reece Jacobson. Now, Reece Jacobson has been heavily linked. I believe, well, he's been linked to a load of clubs, really, to be honest. I think Middlesbrough was the latest one because there was a whole thing about them, trying to underpay him. But Reece is on the bench with Ched Evans, Woodburn, McCann, Cunningham, Bauer, and Cornell not making a start so far. It surprises me that Patrick Bauer's not featured yet. Watford squad looks like this. Batman in goal, Craig Cathcart, Sirialta, Cabaselli, Kamara. Kamara's back. He didn't feature against Birmingham in midweek, but now he's searched his one ban because obviously he got sent off against Burnley. Chowdhury, Kayembe in that midfield too, with Samer there, Asprilla playing, and Isof Bayo and Ray Minaj. No Ismail Assar, and no João Pedro. Neither are on the bench either. Oh dear. There could be a lot of change in Watford in the next couple of days. I know João Pedro was linked. Oh, what was it? Was it Newcastle that were linked with him? And Sarr, I can't remember honestly, but they've both been linked with Premier League clubs. With Emmanuel Dennis leaving earlier this week, could we see both of them leaving as well? That's a heavily changed attack for Watford. And it could be their attack for the foreseeable as well if they cannot get any more players in, potentially. Burnley Blackpool, this is going to be a Lancashire derby. I'm intrigued to see what teams are going out for that. Muric in goal, Matson, Taylor, Harvey Bennett and Connor Roberts as the back four. You've got Josh Cullen, Jack Cork and Josh Brownhill there. Vitinho is actually starting this time. That's the first time I've seen him start in these games. Jay Rodriguez and Nathan Teller. A pretty changed team for what I'm used to. Their bench has got Peacock Fowl, Egan Riley, Bastion is on the bench, Goodmanson, Chalinov, which is a brand new signing from yesterday or the day before that. He is available to get onto the bench. Benson's there, and Ashley Barnes has dropped down to the bench. Blackpool, they've got Grimshaw, Thompson, Williams, Akita, and Gabriel at the back with Connolly and Dougal in the midfield too. Shane Navarre's back with Corbino, Josh Bowler and Jerry Yates up front, but he's had a pretty disappointing start to the season and it's reflected on SofaScore. On the bench, Maxwell on the bench, 490, Husband, Carey, Virtue Thick, CJ Hamilton and Gary Medine. Some big names on the bench for Blackpool actually, which is interesting. Before we move on, I'm just going to quickly look at comments to see so far. 250, I thought it was 250,000 home goal for Spurs as well. Preston will be boring and another stalemate, says Tom. Think we'll get 3 points today, says SY6. So, of course, you're a Derby County fan. I'll look at Derby's game at the moment. Glad said 0-0. I'm about Watford on the bet. Well, yes, the squad is not their strongest team. The thing is, the Preston can find out shooting boosts. They could be a dark horse this season with how good defensively they are. I know they can be. They really can be at this point. I really want company to give Scott Twine game time. He's a dark horse for me and young talent. If Twine's not on the bench, it must be an injury, honestly, at this point, because he has not been featured. I think he did pick something up, so I do think it's an injury concern there. West Brom and Hull next. Let's see this. Don't know what's going on here. What's going on here? I don't know. I'll look at that later. Right, so in goal, we've got Connor Townsend, Ajayi, O'Shea and Furlong, with Jason Malumbai, Yoksulu there, Jed Wallace, John Swift, Grady Dingana there, and Carlin Grant, a very strong team from West Brom. They've got Bartley, Livermore on the bench. Okay, Livermore on the bench is quite interesting. Adam Reach, Phillips and Callum Robertson. So it's pretty much around the same team we tend to see with West Brom these days. Hull still unbeaten in the league. They've got Ingram, Louis Coyle, Figueiredo, Greaves, who I believe signed a recent contract. I don't know if I got the right player confused. Callum Elders there, Regan Slater, Alfie Jones, Randall Williams, former Exeter player. League 2 latest, still 2-1 to Bradford against Hartlepool, by the way. Tufan there with Tete and Estupinian. Tufan and Estupinian have been the two, pretty much the two surprising players so far. Baxter, McLaughlin, Mills, Colville, Cannon, Jones and Ryan Wood. Don't really see a lot in their bench, but I do think they're banking on their first team quite a fair bit. Let's find some more teams to preview in the Championship. Sheffield United, Blackburn. I'm going to keep it this structure, to be honest. Foderingham, Norrington Davis, Egan, Amadezovic, who was fantastic last time against Sunderland, a goal and assist. Baldock, Norwood, Fleck, Lowe, Reader Cadra starting. That's intriguing. Sander Berger and Oliver McBurney. A couple of changes for this Sheffield United team, honestly. Booker T's on the bench with Ildayi, Jebison, Brewster, Doyle, Basham and Asmaya. Blackburn have got Kaminsky, Pickering, Phillips, Ayala, Britton, Travis, Buckley, Eden. You've got Benberto Diaz still playing the starting 11. Heavily linked Belgium Diaz with Everton, but he's not stopping his play and football, although João Pedro and Sarr are. Smodix and Sam Gallagher are also featured as well. You've got Pears, Dak, Costello, Vale. Jack Vale's not starting. That's intriguing. That's the first time I've seen that. Tyler Morton, Mark Henday and Tyrese Dolan on the bench. Let's go to Stoke and Sunderland now. They've got Bursic, Wilmot. I thought Bianca Westwood was at Ipswich, but no, Ipswich are away to Shrewsbury. Wilmot, Jagielka, Connor Taylor, Joe Thompson, Smallbone, Lewis Baker, Kilkenny, Tariq Fosu making his second appearance there. Jacob Brown and Liam Delat, the brand new signing from, was it yesterday or the day before? Very new signing for Stoke City. He's being featured here. Sunderland, they've got Patterson, Churkin, Bat, 09, Gooch, Embleton, Matete, Clark, Alex Pritchard, Sims and Ross Stewart. Matete, I think, will be the one going in for Dan Neil, because obviously he's been given a red card in their last game. Swansea and Luton. They've got Swansea's team looks like this with Fisher, Cabango, Darling, Nathan Wood. We've got Sorinona, Allen, Matt Grimes, Ryan Manning, Oliver Nitcham, Joe Piero, Marco Obafemi. That front three, I keep saying it again. I honestly think it's really good. Luton, Tom Lockyer has not played so far this season, but he is finally back in the squad with Reece Burke, Dan Potts, James Bree, Alan Campbell, Jordan Clark, Amari Bell, Luke Freeman, Aaron Musquay and Elijah Adebayo. That front three, on paper, seems really, really good, but they really need to start getting their shooting boots on. QPR, Rotherham. QPR have already lost twice this season. Rotherham have not lost at all. Dieng in goal. Ethan Laird, brand new transfer, has come in. I'm surprised he's even been given a rating. Did he play for QPR in their last game? Dickey there with Dunn, Kenneth Powell, Stephen Johansson, Sam Field, Chris Willock, Tyler Roberts, Elias Chair and Lyndon Dykes. For Rotherham, they've got Johansson, Humphreys, Richard Wood, Grant Hall, Barlaser, Ferguson, Ben Wiles, Rathbone, Peltier, Ogbene and Washington. Have they got everyone that they could have? Barlaser is there. I'm interested. Yeah, Lindsay is the one that stood out for me that's on the bench. Harding and Bramwell as well, also on the bench. But as a whole, Rotherham's squad, I definitely think shouldn't be underrated. It has been, it's one of the few unbeaten teams now in the league. Here's Birmingham's team. You've got Ruddy, Trusty, Sanderson, Colan, Williams, Bakuna, James, Hall, Placheta, Jukovic and Hogan. Birmingham, with a, no, not 100%, but an unbeaten home record so far. Wigan still winless in the opening 3 games. They've got Jamie Jones there. They've got Joe Bennett, Jason Kerjack, Watmore, Deweekwa is back in the squad with Power, Naylor, McLean, Will King, Callum Land and Josh McGuinness. Final Championship team to preview, or game to preview, is Reading Middlesbrough. Buzanis starting in goal over Lumley. His first appearance. He's a brand new goalkeeper from Sutton United, so I'm intrigued to see how he gets on. Tom McIntyre with Tom Holmes, Sam Hutchinson in the back 3, so his first appearance there. Yeardom, Hoyler, Fornau, Hendrick, Lewam, Tommins and Shane Long as the strike partnership. Doesn't surprise me there. Zach Steffen is in goal for Middlesbrough still with Mark Bowler, Lenny Ham, Dale Fry there. You've got Isaiah Jones, Paddy McNair, Johnny Houston, Alex Mower again playing for Middlesbrough. Ryan Giles with Riley McGree and Marcus Force up front. That's the... we've got to play... Well, we're seeing... How many games have we seen this weekend? We're going to see 9 kickoff games, because we've only got 11 games this weekend because, of course, as you see here, Coventry and Huddersfield is postponed. So that is all for previews. Let's go back to Watchalong and read some comments. Vijay says, come on Watford, who needs Daniel San Pedro when we've got Ken Samer? Yeah, oh, that's the wrong thing. There we go, back to this. One of them is going to be the best club in the Prem. Hull is actually decent and underrated. I think underrated is a good way to describe them. They were my dark horse this year. And one thing I will say, I hope that they still continue it, because they do kind of remind me of Reading a little bit of 2 seasons ago, when they had that really long, incredible start to the season. Then a couple of injuries comes in, and then bang, they drop off. 3-1 Bradford apparently. Oh dear, Hartlepool not having a great start to the season at all, if that's the case. Well, no, it's 2-1. It's 2-1 Bradford. It's full time actually. I've just checked. Hull are only after Jerry Ngakia. He was prized many this season. Yeah, Hull are going places, new ownership, and they're definitely going in the right direction. Yeah, I know Norwich yesterday. I dealt with that. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's just quickly preview the Premier League. I guess we can preview the Premier League. We've got a handful of kickoff games there. We've only got 4 minutes left, actually, so it could be very quick here. We've only had a result. Spurs 1, Wolves 0. As you can see, pretty even from most of it. Perisic, one of their new signings. That's a second assist from Perisic this season. And Harry Kane with his 250th goal to make it 1-0. And because of that, I believe they're top of the table. Yes, they're top. Annoyingly, because they really should have 1 less point. But it's one of those things. Let's look at Leicester Southampton quickly with their teams. Leicester have got Danny Ward in goal. 5.9 rating. Oh dear. James Justin, Amate, Evans, Castagna, Ndidi, Harvey Barnes and Perez with their first appearances this season, with James Maddison, Keenan Dewsbury Hall and Jamie Vardy, who's recently signed a new contract, Jamie Vardy, to 2024. Southampton, you've got Bazunu, Gipeno, Saliso, Kocha, I thought that said ketchup for a minute, Kyle Walker-Peters, James Ward-Prowse, Lavia, Adam Armstrong, Mara, Enuisi and Joe Aribo. Everton and Forest, their teams look like this, with Pickford, Tarkowski, Cody, Mason Holgate, Patterson, Davis, Arobi, Mikolenko with Demarai Gray, Rondon and Anthony Gordon linked with Chelsea right now. Forest have got Dean Anderson, McKenna, Cook, Worrell with Neco Williams, Mangala, Lewis O'Brien, Harry Toffolo, our Huddersfield double there. Jesse Lingard with Tara Anuri and Brennan Johnson. Seems a pretty strong team. Only 2 more games to preview for the Prem. We've got Crystal Palace and Aston Villa. They've got Gaeta, Mitchell, Gay, and Joaquin Anderson. Brilliant performance against Liverpool, by the way, from him. Joel Ward with Chet Decore, Jeffrey Schlupp, Wilfred Zaha, Eberechi Eze, Jordan Ayew, and Usman Edward. I tell you what, Palace got a really good team. Villa, they've got Martinez, Digne, Mings, Konsa, Matty Cash, John McGinn, the brand new captain. It's interesting to hear the relationship between Mings and Gerrard after he was not given captaincy anymore. Boubacar Kamara with Jacob Ramsey, Brent Dia, Ollie Watkins and Leon Bailey. Another decent team. Now, West London derby here, last Premier League game to preview. Burnt, Neno with Anthony Robertson, Tim Reen, Tosin Adebayo, Kenny Tete with Reed, Polinia, Stansfield, Pereira, Bobby Reed and Alexander Mitrovic with an 8.1 rating. With Brentford, they've got David Raya, Recco Henry, Ben Mee, Pontus Janssen, Hickey, De Silva, Norgard Jensen, Wissa, Tony and Brian Mbeumo. Quite changed team for what I saw last time against Manchester United. I'll quickly cover League One and especially Derby, since SY did talk about Derby beating Fleetwood today. Can I see their squads, if that's possible? Can I not see their squads today? Looks like I can't see their squads. That's just rude. I can't even preview Fleetwood and Derby. What is this? Oh, how bloody rude. Alright, well, we've got our championship there. Only 1 minute for kickoff. Oh, wrong thing again. I keep thinking it's this one. You know what? I'm going to drag this out of my sight, just so I don't do it again. Right. Hull win if they go top. Yes, they do. Hull will go top if they win today. Millwall had the chance to go top, but they didn't because Norwich beat them yesterday. I already talked about that game. Blackburn only need a point to stay top and goal difference. That's true, actually. Yeah, Blackburn will need to get... Well, yeah, if Blackburn can't lose. If they do lose Blackburn, then they could potentially fall out of the top of the table. Pascal's gross loves scoring against Man United. Is it 4 goals in 4 appearances? It's something stupid like that. It's a brilliant goal return record for Pascal Gross. Only extinct game in the Premier League is Palace Villa and Fulham versus Brentford. The rest of the games are bad, says Darraj Games. Oh, are you talking about exciting games in the Prem? I mean, Leicester Southampton I'm not too sure about, really, to be honest. It's 6. Oh, if that's 6, then he really does love scoring about them. I didn't manage to see his stats there. Hope Solihull get 3 points. 3 points after their 1-1 draw against York and Southend. So still winless Solihull Moors by the sound of it. Maybe not, but their last 2 results have been 2 draws with Southend and York. I can quickly look at okay, Mansfield and Stockport's just kicked off, by the way, just for I let you know. Bundesliga is still playing at the moment. Hoffenheim taking the lead against Bayer Leverkusen. Freiburg taking the lead against Stuttgart. Right, National League, Solihull Moors have got Scunthorpe away, where Scunthorpe have not had a great start to their life in the National League. Scunthorpe are 18th place. I think they've only won once. It is 3-1. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, so it was 3-1 Bradford, but then Soccer Saturday made it 2-1 Bradford full time. Oh dear me. Well, it is bad to worse for Hartlepool then. We can quickly cover that result there. Well, it says 2-1 there, but it's like they forgot to include a score. Okay, this is the proof. So if you see here, I'm looking at Hartlepool and Bradford. You can see right there that there should be 3-1. Oh, I almost thought I said Yaya Sonogo there, but it's not the same one. Andy Cook making it 3-1, despite that saying 2-1. That should be 3-1, and it's a good win for Mark Hughes and Bradford. Here we go. There are all the kickoffs. It's so satisfying to see all these games starting to kick off now. What about this? Any kickoffs in League One? Not so far. How about the Championship? No games kicked off at the moment. What about the Premier League? Should get a couple of games starting to kick off. No, okay, so far. Oh, this is it. It's getting exciting now. They're starting to kick off right about now. York played like a playoff contender, so not too sure they got a draw. Everton versus Forest is not really exciting, says Darish Games. Yeah, we'll try taking that to Matt. He's trying to stream it. I don't think there'll be many goals. I also predicted a 0-0 draw in that game. Leicester Southampton, I think it went for 2-1, but then, yeah, I think we'll see goals in Fulham Brentford, definitely. And the other one was, what was the other one? Palace Villa. Yeah, I think we'll see a draw in that one. I think I predicted 1-1 there. Charlie hopes York will win today. Well, as you're doing that, I'm just going to actually have a drink. I'm actually going to have cider today, rather than beer this time. I kind of need a sugar rush. What a moment! We've already got a goal in the opening minute of this. Oh my gosh, of this stream. Right, hang on a minute. Fulham, which I literally just left. Apparently, they've just taken the lead against Brentford, just like that. It's Bobby Reid with the goal. There it is. There's the scoreline for Fulham. They're 1-0 up against Brentford. Bobby Reid with the goal. It's not going to pop up there in a moment. I want to see more details about it. Wow. Unbelievable. What a start. Is it VAR? Is VAR going to check it? It's a goal. It's a goal. Right. No disallowed goals there. 1-0 Fulham already. So, I was going to say, which team is going to score first? But then Fulham just kind of scored before I even asked that question there. Fulham are staying up, says Tom. How are we doing? I am doing fine. How's everyone else doing? I'm going to plug the channel for the first time today. If you guys have not liked the stream yet, please give the stream a like. It does tremendously help the growth of this channel. I'm going to be a little bit nosy and see how we're doing. I've got a lot of indigestion for some bizarre reason today. How we're doing? 8 of you here. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We're on 9 likes at the moment. Could we get to maybe 15 likes before 10 minute in? So if we can, that'd be absolutely amazing if we can. If you've not hit the subscribe button neither, that also really helps the growth of this channel as well. We've got a goal in League 2, by the way, which I'll quickly show. So we're on 1331, 2 subs away from 1333. That's a brilliant achievement if we can get there. So only 2 of you need to subscribe to get that goal. That will be an incredible achievement for this channel. But thank you guys, as always, for the tremendous support. Now let's go to League Two. We were talking yesterday about Rochdale being the only EFL team to sack their manager, and it's not looking good for them. New manager, and they're still losing. 1-0 down to Swindon Town. Jacob Wakeling with the goal. Wakeling definitely scored at least one goal last week for Swindon there. And Swindon looking like they've had an alright start to the season so far. Although, having said that, look at that. 3 draws in a row. And I think I do remember this, yeah, because I think Swindon took the lead, but I think they lost out in the end. But what a moment this is. Right, we've got a goal. Our first championship goal. It is at Turf Moor, our Lancashire derby. Have guesses who scored first? It is... Oh my gosh, why is this not updating? Come on, Championship. I need you to cooperate. It is Burnley who've taken the lead. Alan McInally gets a goal. I'm going to applaud Alan McInally because that's the first goal I've seen him commentate on this season. It is Josh Brownhill who has scored the goal, apparently. There's another goal. All right, there's a goal at Sellers Park. Don't know who's taken the lead here. Who has taken the lead in Palace Aston Villa? It is going to the away team, Aston Villa. They've taken the lead against Crystal Palace. What a quick start today in our kickoffs. I barely had a sip of my cider. I've not even had a sip of my cider because I'm still commentating over all of these games. Ollie Watkins scores in the 5th minute. I don't know what that means to my fantasy team, but that is a big moment. So 2 goals already in the Premier League. And didn't what was it? Darrod said that the 2 interesting games were Fulham and Aston Villa. Well, both have got a goal in the opening 5 minutes of a game, so he may be onto something there. Goal in the National League, Boreham Wood have taken the lead against Torquay United. We're still waiting for Birmingham and Wigan to kick off. They're taking a little bit of time. Need to refresh League One because they've most certainly kicked off all of them. And I think all 12 League One games are actually happening at once here. But no goals currently in League One at the moment. For the Championship, just going to quickly refresh to see if Birmingham and Wigan are finally kicked off. No kick-off still between Birmingham and Wigan. They're having a little bit of a delay by the looks of things. I've already talked about Swindon and Rochdale. And currently we've caught up with goals. Let's go back to this. Yeah, goal Villa, it's Burnley. Yes, it is. Burnley have scored first in terms of the Championship there. I can actually have a drink and actually not commentate through a goal. How many breaks are we going to get today? Probably not many, to be honest. Have I done Matchday 4's Championship Predictions League? Yes, Nathan, I have. And in fact, I was able to show it in Catcher yesterday, which, if you weren't there last stream yesterday, I can show you right now, actually. I'm hoping that... is that going to be a bit risky, though? Catcher could go wrong with this, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. So all I've got to do... it doesn't look like it's there. I think we've got another goal. Right, well, I'll tell you this, Nathan. I'll just tell you what your position is, because I definitely have done it. I'll tell you why. Whoa, immediately, whilst Aston Villa have taken the lead, we have got a second goal at Sellers Park. Let's go back to the Premier League. It's an equalising goal for Crystal Palace. It's not popped up on SofaScore yet, but there's definitely an equalising goal. Wilfred Zaha with his second goal of the season. 2 goals in 2 games for Wilfred Zaha. And in the opening 7 minutes of the game, we've already had 2 goals at Sellers Park. Honestly, there really could be more. I predicted 1-1 between these 2 teams, and it's only 8 minutes in. Wow. What an incredible start so far. It is Wilfred Zaha that scores in the 7th minute. Mad. Yes, amazing. Darrod called it. Those 2 games, Fulham, Brentford, and Crystal Palace, Villa will be the 2 interesting games in the Premier League. Well, both have already got 3 goals combined so far. What website do you use? Well, I'm using SofaScore for my ones there. OneFootball's also very reliable for that. I'll tell you why it's there, because my computer had a hard reset, so Excel was clearly closed down. Hang on a minute. Sky Sports is also very quick as well. Soccer Special is how I'm looking at it as well. So I'm hearing some commentary on Preston and Watford now. Matt Murray's looking at this game for Sky Sports. I have Soccer Saturday on, yeah. That's pretty much has been my cheat code as well. Right, I have got all the prediction leagues up. I think, Nathan, you suggested a championship one, right? Yes. Right, so Nathan, you are in 13th place with 20 points so far. So I've awarded you... if I can find you. So you picked up, I think, 3 points there. So you had 17 last week, and then you got 20 now. So yeah, 3 points. Tom says, TV. He has a slow TV apparently. Well, that's why you're here. That's why we are designed to help you, update you on your scores. Right. Still no other goals. We've got a bit of a break now in terms of goals. I can kind of kick back. Why is Birmingham and Wigan still not kicked off yet? Something's not right there. Although, no, they have kicked off, but they're not showing the score. So, because Cardiff have... Birmingham, sorry, have already had the only show on the game so far. Why is it not updating? Is it not? Oh wait, it was, but now it's not working. Right, SofaScore's decided not to work today with that. Ooh, I tell you what, Dina had a good chance there. We have a goal in League 2 to talk about. Doncaster Rovers are falling behind in Salford City. Salford having a great start to the season so far. They really have. I think this is their best start in a League 2 campaign, Salford, so far. Look at that form. Nearly immaculate. 3 wins and a draw. Right, I've got to say, I think Everton are probably being the better team in the moment against Forest for what I'm hearing with the commentary so far. Who scored for Salford? That's what I want to know. It's Brandon Thomas Asante with the goal. That's right, he's the one with the longest name in the world. And Salford, look at that. 10 points picked up in their first 4 games already. So Salford starting this season very, very well, which will make Gary Neville and co very, very happy so far. Where Tom says, where are you in the predictions league? I really should have done the community post, shouldn't I? Very quickly, Tom, you are 16th place. You're also on 20 points. Yeovil have taken the lead against Altrincham in the National League. Malachi Linton, what a name, scores for Yeovil. One of Bradley Johnson will continue his form for MK. I'm intrigued about that because MK Dons I'm going to keep a close eye on actually. No goals in League 1 so far. So League 1's having a slow start this time. Normally League 1 is the ones that have the lorry load of goals, but it's no goals for League 1 there, and we're nearly 10 minutes in. Paul Mullins just scored for Wrexham to make it 1-0 between them and Maidstone. Know where Maidstone is. In fact, I drive past Maidstone a couple of times. It's near Kent, actually, if you were intrigued to know geographically where Maidstone is. Not necessarily surprise for Wrexham taking the lead, because Wrexham have not started so well so far. They're definitely not having the start that they wanted at the moment. Wrexham, I'd say, are around in the top 7, but I think more or less the surprise is that Maidstone don't tend to have great seasons in National Leagues. They tend to be a yo-yo team, Maidstone, because Maidstone, I believe, if I'm right in saying, was the National League South champions last year. Right, it sounds like Burnley have scored a second. Yeah, it looks like they scored a second. Right. Well, that means my prediction for Burnley-Blackpool is already wrong because I predicted 1-0 Burnley. But we have got a second goal for Burnley here. Nathan Teller with the goal. He's playing... Well, they got him from Southampton, Burnley. First goal for Burnley. And 2-0 Burnley, just like that. So, I mean, I'll get at least a point if Burnley wins. So that's one small positive about that. Scunthorpe have taken the lead against Solihull Moors. We have a red card in the championship so far. Joe Nuttall, one name. He scores for Scunthorpe. But we have a red card between Birmingham and Wigan. It is Joe Bennett with a red card. Is it a penalty? Right. It looks like it's not a pen, but I tell you what, that's 80 minutes of Wigan playing in 10 men. So right now, their unbeaten run is now really under threat. I've got so much indigestion. We would have beaten Southend the other day, and we haven't been behind Chesterfield and Barnet at the moment. Bromley taking the lead against Aldershot. They're talking about Fulham and Brentford at the moment. Paul Merson's got that game actually there. 80 minutes for 10 men. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be Wigan right now to cope with 10 men there. Bromley goal. Yep, just did see that. Reece Hannum with the goal there. I'm just thinking whether if we... Oh my God, okay, I think we got a goal. We got a second goal for Fulham. Wow, I was just hearing the commentary just shouting. We've got a second goal at Craven Cottage. Oh, have we? Is offside? Oh, we might have a goal. We might have a second goal for Fulham. He's offside, right. Okay, no goal for Fulham. But we do have a goal in the Swansea.com stadium. I nearly called it Liberty, but I think it is still called the Swansea.com stadium. I said 1-0 Luton, and looks what's happened. It's 1-0 Luton. So, I don't know who it was, but someone made a comment on me being wrong about Luton. At the moment, I'm looking a little bit more of a genius at the moment. So Luton have taken the lead. Alan Campbell with the goal, which, to be fair, I think the commenter did comment that Alan Campbell was the only one who looked dangerous, so he's got something right about that there. Campbell with the goal for Luton. They've taken the lead against Swansea. Swansea are now going to have to try and build their way back into it, and I tell you what, this will put the pressure on Russell Martin in a big, big way. We've got another goal in League 2. We've got the opening goal, I believe it's between Crawley and Wimbledon. AFC Wimbledon. Nathan Young-Coombs takes the lead. And look at that, Wimbledon actually have not won a game since the opening day of the season. So Wimbledon not in a great start in League 2 so far. But if they win this, they can definitely climb up the table. Crawley only on 1 point in the bottom 3 as well. And Crawley obviously have had their controversies off the pitch, and looks like right now the squad has not recovered from that, as they are trailing here, still winless, and have only picked up 1 point currently in their opening 4 matches. Wrong one. I keep clicking the wrong scene. Solihull's going down, says Tom. Wow. Stevenage 1, Carlisle 0. Is another goal in League 2. I'll just quickly show that now. I just want a sip of my drink, but they don't want me to go. Oh, and Colchester have conceded as well. Let's show this first. So, Leyton Orient have taken the lead. It's an own goal by Luke Chambers. He had a very warm reception, Luke Chambers, against Ipswich, but this is not a goal that they're going to like. Because Colchester, at the start of the season, they've only won once in their opening 4 games at the moment. This will be 3 losses in 5 in the league for Colchester as it stands. Leyton Orient, nearly a flawless run actually. Their unbeaten, well, their 100% start was halted. I think, was it against Walsall, if I'm right in saying that was halted against. But now Leyton Orient have already scored again. They'll be 4 wins and 5 and looking very comfortable in League 2 at the moment. I think there was another goal. It was Stevenage, wasn't it? So Stevenage taking the lead against Carlisle. There we go. And it's Kane Smith with the goal. Stevenage, 4th place. And I've got to say, Stevenage have had a pretty bad season last year, but they've started this season, Stevenage, so much better. They'll be really inspired by the start so far. So, moments in the Championship so far. We've got 2 goals for Burnley against Blackpool. Luton have taken the lead against Swansea. Alan Campbell with the goal. And Wigan with an early red card to Joe Bennett. They'll have to play 80 minutes with 10 men. 2-0 Scunthorpe. Yeah, Scunthorpe have taken the, a 2-goal lead. Colin Daniel. Scunthorpe, to be fair, have just been recently relegated though. So Scunthorpe on paper should be a team right up there in the league right now. Check the Chelmsford score right now. Colchester give us a goal for God's sake. Yeah, Colchester letting me down again. Although Chelmsford could be smashing it at the moment. I need to check their Twitter. That's normally the best way I can check if they've got any good moments right now. Because I have got notifications on. I need to check if they're actually playing today, actually. They've got Weymouth today. Yeah, that's right, they're playing Weymouth. 0-0 at the moment. But Weymouth, recently relegated team from the National League, actually. So should be a really tough game for Chelsea there. But we are at home at Melbourne Stadium. Like that any matters, though. Because Chelsea right now, I mean, we picked up our first points of the season quite recently. We've got a goal finally in League One. I was going to say, we still have not had a single goal in League One, but we finally have a goal to talk about. It has come at the Vegan Stadium. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Forest Green Stadium. They've got the first goal, and it's Plymouth, the away team, that have got the opening goal of this game. Finn Azaz with the goal, and Plymouth, I thought they'd be higher than that. I forgot they lost 2 games there. That's right, they lost to Charlton, didn't they? They got smashed by Charlton, didn't they, midweek? So, right now, this will be 3 wins out of 5 for Plymouth. Forest Green, currently 17th from their form right now. A win, loss, and a draw. This will be 2 losses if this currently stands at the moment. The only loss of the season has come up against Ipswich so far. Ipswich still top of the table as it stands, but they've got a Shrewsbury team who are very robust and actually have done okay for their start so far. It sounds like Fulham have been completely dominant against Brentford so far. Oh, maybe a goal. Goal maybe at Craven Cottage. I think it is 2-0, and I think this one will stand this time. I think it's Paulinho with the goal, for what I can hear. Look at this. 8 shots to 0. 4 shots on target to 0 here. Fulham have been absolutely dominant against this Brentford team at the start of the game. A direct contrast for Brentford against Manchester United. But Fulham with a quick fire, 2 goals in the opening 20 minutes of the game. I'm just waiting to find out who has got the goals. Bobby Reed with the first. I think it may be Paulinho, but I'm just double checking and waiting for confirmation. It is João Paulinho with his first goal for Fulham to make it 2-0 to Fulham. Wow, what a start for Fulham there. It's an ad break, so I'll take these headphones off, and now I can talk to you guys officially on here. Goal Fulham, yeah, 1-0 Plymouth there, that's right so far. 4 of you here at the moment. So, there we go, the goal for Fulham's just popped up on my phone. What was I going to say? Right, we've got a third goal. We've got a third goal at Turf Moor. And things are getting very interesting right now, because Theo Corbinu has just made it 2-1. Look at that. Blackpool's only 1 spike of attack momentum, and they've taken a goal. Interesting. So it was Brownhill and Jay Rodriguez with connection there. Teller scored from Harwood Bellis, but Corbinu scores to make it 2-1. So Blackpool have already reduced the gap. It's a goal in League One. We're starting to get a couple of goals in League One now. Peterborough taking a 1-goal lead against Lincoln City. And they're the team in second place right now, Peterborough, and they can overtake Ipswich if they better their result. Jack Marriott with the goal and Ben Thompson with the assist. Easy stuff. Dorking Wanderers have taken the lead against Gateshead in the National League. James McShane with the goal. Dorking have had an alright start, I've got to be honest there. Exeter, I've just got to admire their start so far. They're currently 5th in the table, and they have been outside of League One for over 10 years. So this is the example of, they've basically picked up where they left off. Blackpool, it's probably because I had indigestion when I was saying Blackpool, but yes. Yeah, I do say things sometimes incorrectly. Fulham are now higher than Liverpool and Chelsea. Well, yeah, but they're unbeaten so far for them, aren't they? So they'll have 5 points. That's going to be interesting so far to see if Fulham can keep this start so far. I definitely think they've got a great manager, or at least a good one in that level, who can take them to the highest that they can. I was just talking about Ipswich, saying that they could lose their first place position if Peterborough better have a result. As it stands, they'll stay first because they've taken the lead against Shrewsbury. It's Tyrese John Jules who scores for Ipswich to make it 1-0 to Shrewsbury. Of course, John Jules was in Blackpool last year, if I'm right in saying. So, a good moment for the young lad there. Dorking Wanderers score a second against Gateshead. So, Dorking now starting to feel a little bit comfortable against them there. It makes it 2-0 to Dorking against Gateshead there. Predictions for Porto versus Sporting Lisbon. 2-1 Porto is all I'll say there. My voice went weird. Well, yeah, well, it's all over the place, isn't it? Sometimes. I think it's sometimes when I have a drink, really. Oh, no. Well, I've been hearing that the mistake... Wow. So, apparently, Muric is at fault for Blackpool's goal. Alan McAnally's having a rant on Muric right now. Some of us did call it that Muric is a bit of an erratic goalkeeper. He's either on it or he could really throw your team under the bus. And right now, this is the first example of that for Muric. And the risk of Burnley playing out from the back as well. You're going to get players that press you. And if you're going to concede goals like that, then you're ultimately going to get punished. Joe, welcome to the stream, by the way. I think I already said welcome to you anyway, but if I've not, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. We've got a third goal at Sellers Park. So my prediction for 1-1 between Palace and Villa is wrong because Crystal Palace have turned this game around. I don't know why it's changed back to 1-1. I believe it is still 2-1. So Edouard is the one who assisted Zaha. No goals still between Leicester Southampton and Everton and Nottingham Forest so far. I'm still waiting to find out who scored the second goal for Palace. I think it is still 2-1 Palace. I don't know why they've suddenly changed the score, unless it was a disallowed goal. Charlie says 2-1 Palace. Andy is getting married today from Let's Talk FPL. Oh, congrats to him. I'm so happy for him, actually. Jeff Schlupp is the one who scores for Crystal Palace to make it 2-1. It is officially 2-1 Palace. We have a goal in League 2. Someone said that Newport's manager is under stress right now. Well, Newport are definitely having a great start to the season because they are now 1-0 down to Tranmere Rovers. Mickey Mellon strikes back again. It's an Aaron Lewis own goal, and Newport are currently 23rd with currently 4 defeats in a row so far. Oh no, it has been disallowed. It has been disallowed, this goal between Palace and Aston Villa. VAR has disallowed it. It's off. Well, it was an offside. That's why it's been cancelled. Okay, so still 1-1. So my prediction for that game is still alive, but hanging by a thread by the sounds of things. Right. We've got a little break to potentially talk to you guys. Right, they've just corrected Palace and Villa now. Disallowed goal for offside, apparently. Now then, we do have a goal between Crewe and Northampton in League 2, which I'll quickly talk about now. So Crewe taking the lead, if I can find them, if I can find Crewe Alexandra, there we go. They've taken an early lead, which looks like Northampton had the better start, but Crewe, with a sudden burst of form, they've now taken the lead from that good spell. Courtney Baker-Richardson with the goal for Crewe, making it 1-0. And look at that, both teams 6th versus 3rd. So this is like a real top of the table clash in League 2 right now. So Crewe draw first blood, and I've got to say that's going to be really good for their chances to try and go back to League 1 for the first time of asking. Goal, at the Medeski Stadium or leasing.com Stadium, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, the home team Reading have scored against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough again conceding first in this game. It's been a habit now. Tyrese Fornath, a former Nottingham Forest player, has scored for Reading. This, as it stands for Reading, will put them on 9 points out of a possible 15 so far this season. What a start this will turn out to be for Reading. Middlesbrough really are struggling right now. So they're currently 20th place, Middlesbrough, and with this defeat currently on their hands, they'll be stuck on 3 points in their opening 5 games. They'll be averaging a point every 2 games, which is really bad form for a team like Middlesbrough with the expectations they've got. There is a second goal, by the way, in 2 games in League One, actually, in back-to-back. Let's talk about Peterborough and Lincoln first. Johnson Clark-Harris scores the second goal for Peterborough from the penalty spot. And the second game with 2 goals in now is Plymouth, where they've scored their second. Mumba, who was previously, I believe, a Peterborough player. Do correct me if I'm wrong. Azaz, who's already scored one. He's assisted. In fact, look at that. Mumba to Azaz. Azaz to Mumba. That partnership working wonders for Plymouth right now. And they're both, Peterborough and Plymouth, looking very comfortable for the 3 points as it stands. But things can easily change. You know, we've still got a whole hour of football left to play. Palace look strong this season. I tell you what, I really like their team. Southend play against Oldham. Wow, that's a big game. And Southend have taken the lead against Oldham. Southend were in the bottom 4 of National League before this match started. But this result will now take them out of the bottom 4, I believe, with Dan Mooney getting the goal. I think I've now caught up. Could be a red for them. I think I've already checked that. I think it was just a little bit. I think it was a yellow for Polinia. I think that's what Charlie was on about there. Well, I could check actually. I might as well check. Let's just see stats with Brentford. We've got 1 yellow card. Yeah, I think that came to Polinia there. Right, another goal in League One. Accrington Stanley have not been doing so well. MK Dons still winless, and in fact, I think are bottom of League One at the moment. But they won't be bottom of League One now if they do manage to win. In fact, I say that MK Dons actually managed to win their first game of the season in midweek. Who did MK Dons play? Port Vale, that's right. Yeah, and it was a pretty narrow win. So actually, no, they're no longer bottom of the league, but they still were in the bottom 4. But now, with 2 potential wins in a row, that would definitely ease the pressure on Liam Manning as MK Dons manager at the moment. Ethan Robson with the opening goal against Accrington Stanley. Accrington in 14th place so far, so have not lost a game actually leading into this game at the moment. So that would be a bit of a disappointment for Accrington to lose their first game of the season. But MK Dons would definitely take this in the moment. We've got another championship goal at Bramall Lane this time. It's gone to the way of Sheffield United. They've scored against Blackburn Rovers to make it 1-0. It is Oliver Norwood who scores for Sheffield United. I've said 2-0 in this game. So, as it stands, I'll be on 1 point, but it's not a terrible prediction from me so far. We've had more goals as well. We've got Portsmouth scoring their first goal in this game. They've taken the lead against Bristol Rovers. Connor Ogleave with the goal. And Portsmouth are third. I tell you what, first, second and third of League One are currently winning their games so far. So they're definitely keeping strong competition right at the top of the League One. Bristol Rovers have had an alright start with 2 wins in their opening 4. But they will definitely fall down the table quite a bit if they lose this. And they're talking about it right now. Have I missed another goal? There's an equalising goal for Newport against Tranmere. It has gone to Nathan Maguire-Welsh in the 29th minute, 6 minutes after that, to make the scores level. Interesting stuff here. Oh my gosh, Colchester down to 19th. It really couldn't go worse for them right now at the moment. At the moment, it looks like there's been nothing going on. I think we've caught up. I really apologise, guys. I thought I had capture on, but I didn't have capture on. I'll show capture in a minute. I have got water there. Looks like there's another goal at Turf Moor. And it is. It's the 4th goal in Turf Moor. Alan McAnally, I think Jeff made the reference. He's been quite unlucky with goals recently. But he's already seen 4 at Turf Moor. And it is 3-1 to Burnley. This is the goal we're waiting for. There's also a goal at Loftus Road, which I'll talk about in a minute. But the 3rd goal, again, it's Nathan Teller. His first double. His first 2 goals are coming to this game alone. What a moment for the youngster from Southampton. Well, he's not from Southampton, but he previously played for Southampton, and now he's a Burnley player. 2 goals for him, making it 3-1. Rotherham just doing so well this season. Ogbene is up there for the top goal scorer of the Championship at the moment. He's on absolute fire at the moment. So Ogbene, that's at least 3 goals he scored this season, and at least 3 games he scored in as well. Chidozie Ogbene makes it 1-0 to Rotherham. By the looks of things, Cooper are looking slightly stronger, but Rotherham having a small spell there, and they take the lead. I tell you what, I did say 2-1 QPR, so maybe I could get the 1 right for Rotherham, but as it stands, I think I'm underestimating Rotherham in a big way by the looks of things at the moment. So definitely need to consider that when making more score predictions. Teller looks like a great player. Goalfest today. Ogbene, my gaffer. Oh, don't talk to me about gaffer. I always forget to change my gaffer team. It really annoys me. Right, we've got an ad break. I could take these off and talk to you guys properly. What have you guys got to say? By the way, guys, if you've not liked the stream, please do like the stream. It really does help the growth of this channel at the moment. We've not done too well, actually, in terms of average viewers and stuff like that. Well, 14 likes, though, actually, so we're halfway away from our target. If you've not liked the stream, though, please do so. It really does help the growth of this channel. If you've also not hit the subscribe button, that also really helps the channel as well. Sorry I said it in that way. It's because we lost the sub. We're on 1330 now. But we're still 3 away from our goal of 1333. That would be a brilliant achievement if we do get to that target today. I only predicted 1-0 Rotherham. Oh, Charlie's doing the crying there. Yeah, you're trying to wind me up with my predictions now by the looks of things. But guys, if you've not hit the subscribe button, please also do that. It really does help the growth of this channel. Liking, subscribing, sharing, donating, all those things in their own right really do help the growth of this channel going forward. I've only decided I've not even shared my stream, so I'm being a bit of a hypocrite right now. Let me just at least share it myself. What's the Blackpool score? Currently 3-1 to Burnley. Josh Brownhill and a Lathan Teller double. And Corbinu with 1 goal for Blackpool by a mistake from Muric, by the sounds of things. There is a goal in League One, as we were just talking about things in the ad break. It is between Bolton and Sheffield Wednesday. That's a really tight, well, it should be a really tight game by the looks of things. Bolton has started well, but so has Sheffield Wednesday. And it's the away team, Sheffield Wednesday, who have taken the lead in this game. George Byers with the goal. He didn't react well, George Byers, when he was substituted off. I remember seeing it, actually. Barry Bannon with the assist. He's responded in a huge way by the sounds of things now, George Byers, and has made it 1-0 to Sheffield Wednesday. They're currently 8th, Sheffield Wednesday, actually. Bolton are actually high on the table. But that's another, top of the table clash, I would dare say, for the League One there. And it's the team in 8th who've taken the lead against the team in 4th. We've got a goal. We've actually got a goal at the Hawthorns. West Brom have scored against Hull City. Unbelievable. All right. This could be a chance for Hull to lose their first game of the season. It's Callum Elder with an own goal. It's been quite close by the looks of things. Look at that, 3 shots to 4. But look at that, Hull with 3 shots on target. That's what they do. Hull just are able to... are they just able to create chances there? Well, Hull could definitely get something back into this because I have predicted 1-1 and I do think they're capable of getting an equaliser there. There's a second goal. There's a second goal at the University of Bolton Stadium. We were talking about Sheffield United taking the lead. Well, they've just extended that lead. Sheffield Wednesday are on fire today. Scunthorpe have scored again against Solihull Moors. Joe Nuttall with his second goal of the game. So Sheffield Wednesday looking like that they've had a strong spell, but look at this. Bolton started better, and then Sheffield Wednesday creeping into it. Liam Palmer manages to score for Sheffield Wednesday, and just like that, within 2 minutes of each other, Sheffield Wednesday have got a 2-goal lead. That's what winners do. That's what title contenders do. Even not playing well, they managed to find a way to get themselves in a great position. Wickham have scored against Barnsley. Wickham, look at this. They've had 3 defeats in a row. They really struggled. Wickham, only their points so far have only come against Burton Albion. 3 defeats in a row. Barnsley have been a bit inconsistent, and it looks like it's going to continue that way as Wickham have now taken the lead as it stands. It doesn't mean that it's going to stay that way, but there has been a goal at Oakwell. I'm just waiting to find out who has scored for Wickham, because neither Soccer Saturday or anything else are telling me. No, I know, it's Anis Mehmeti. He has scored for Wickham to make it 1-0 to the Chairboys. No other goals to talk about in the Championship. The Premier League we've caught up with as well. I think we've caught up with things. Right. Everyone's saying West Brom 1-0. It was 1-0 a minute ago, says Daniel there. Oh, yeah, you're talking about Blackpool, yeah. Well, what I'll say about that is that it's been a real lively game, actually, between Burnley and Blackpool. So, one positive that I'll say is that game at least has been really, really intriguing to watch, but obviously not in the way for Blackpool fans that they would like. There's a third goal between the game of Newport and Tranmere. Not good news for Colchester, because Newport are now closing the gap on Colchester now because they've just scored. It's 2-1 Newport, and they make it their first win of the season. Yes, their first win of the season. Omar Bogle from their penalty spot makes it 2-1. Apparently apparently Crystal Palace have missed a big chance to make it 2-1. Rochdale with 0, Crawley with 1, Hartlepool with 2. Only 2 teams go down in League 2, remember. Colchester just above the lot with 4 points so far. Newport can overtake Colchester if they're not careful there. Hartlepool would definitely stay with that amount. Crawley could even send them down to the bottom 2 if they get something in their game. But they're losing currently to Swindon, I like to say. So it's not looking... No, that's Rochdale. Who are Crawley losing to? I can't even find it. Oh, Gillingham Walsall. That's a big game. Stevenage have just scored again against Carlisle. I was just looking at Stevenage and Carlisle. It is 2-0. Max Clark making it 2-0 to Stevenage there. They've had a great start to the season, Stevenage. And long may it continue in that way there. Harrogate there. And I think I've caught up with everything else. Who's it? Daniel said Burnley got a 4th. Have Burnley got a 4th? No, it's still 3-1. It's only Nathan Teller with a double, and with Josh Brownhill getting 1 goal there. It's 4 goals, but it's 3 goals for Burnley. Where will they be in the table now, Burnley, following this? Let's see an update in the table. Blackburn stay top. Hull drop down a place. Reading, 3rd place in the table with 3 wins now. Watford drop. Sheffield United drop. Norwich just about stay in the top 6. Sunderland in the top 10. Rotherham comfortably mid-table right now as it stands as well. Blackpool not doing too shabby. Bottom 3 looks like Coventry, Middlesbrough and Huddersfield Town as it stands. Unbelievable, really. I don't know why they've not updated Birmingham and Wigan so far, but hopefully SofaScore will get that fixed. There's been a couple of goals since I've been talking about the table. Charlton, who've had a great start to the season. All right, well, let's talk about this first, actually. Peterborough 3, Lincoln 0. Don't know who scored. Apparently there's a second goal at Loftus Road. So let's quickly talk about Charlton. They've taken the lead against Cambridge United. Scott Fraser. And they're currently 6th place Charlton. They'll definitely be in the top 6 after that. And there is a second goal at Loftus Road. And it's an equalising goal for QPR just before half-time. Chris Willock managing to get the home goal for QPR. Without Chris Willock, I'd be scared of what this QPR team can do. He, for me, has been almost by none the best player of all of the players in that team combined. He's such an important player, Chris Willock, for their attacking purposes. And right now, that equalising goal could potentially save QPR a job to do in the second half. But that makes it 1-1 in that game. No other goals to catch up on. No, I'd say that. We have got a goal to talk about between Fulham and Brentford. Looks like Brentford have got a goal back. It looks like it's a volleyed goal. Bertinello gets beaten in the Fulham goal. It is Norgard. Whoa, okay. Norgard getting some technique there. He scores a volley against Fulham. Look at that. Brentford had a small spell of really good form, actually. That makes it 2-1 and potentially a good goal for Brentford to score just before half-time. There's been a couple of goals between Crewe and Northampton since we've been talking away. Where are they? Crewe and Northampton. Am I blind as a bat? I am. There they are. So, Baker Richardson scores his second, but 2 minutes later, Sam Hoskins scores for Northampton to make it 2-1. Wow, we could see a really good game on here. Equalising goal for Doncaster just before half-time. Salford, who are looking pretty untouchable in the league so far. Looks like they've got their first bit of pressure right now. I mean, Doncaster are not doing bad themselves. They're still unbeaten in the league so far. I don't know who scored for Doncaster though. I could tell you Ethan Chisler is the one who scored that second goal for Wimbledon to make it 2-0. And Wimbledon have not had a great start, but this will definitely even cover things. It's Carl Hurst who scores the equalising goal for Doncaster. Solihull Moors manages to get one goal back against Scunthorpe just before half-time. Jamie Osborne. Barrow take the lead against Harrogate. Barrow have had a pretty good start this season, if I'm right in saying. Yeah, look at that. 3 wins so far. And that will be 4 wins in their opening 5 games for Barrow if they carry on with this form so far. Wealdstone have taken the lead 1-0 against Halifax. Halifax are currently rock bottom of the National League as it stands, and it's not a good goal for them to concede just before half-time. Josh Gordon is the goal scorer for Barrow. Oh, and just like that, Solihull Moors made it 3-2. Okay, hang on a minute. Fiacre Keller has managed to make it 3-2, and Solihull Moors are now right back in this game against Scunthorpe there. Carlisle have managed to get 1 goal back against Stevenage just before half-time. That will make things very interesting now. It's just turned half-time there as well. What a time to score a goal just before half-time as well. I don't know who scored for Carlisle. It did pop up, but I've just missed it, so I'll have to go back to that. Sunderland have just scored just before half-time, I think, or is it just 0-0? Right, no, there is a goal at the Bet365 Stadium because Jeff's talking about it. Right, it is Sunderland. They have scored here. It's their first shot on goal, apparently, for Sunderland there. So Stoke will be very annoyed how they've once again conceded such a silly goal late on there. I don't know who scored yet. I'm still waiting to find out who scored. Because the only thing I'm seeing is this half-time scores going in. It is definitely 1-0. And it won't tell me who scored. Please tell me who scored. I would love to know. In terms of predictions, I don't want to jinx it, but it's not looking too bad at the moment. A couple are spot on, and Ross Stewart scores. So Ross Stewart again on the score sheet for Sunderland makes it 1-0. Predictions are looking okay, and even with predictions I am out, it's only out by like a goal or whatever. So we've still got a whole other 45 minutes left to play. But as it stands, it's not looking too bad. Not only for the drama and entertainment, but for my predictions as well. York are losing, says Charlie. Charlie Webb, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, 4-0. It's definitely not 4-0 now. It's 3-2 to 3-2 to Scunthorpe, but right now it's Solihull Moors might have a small chance getting back into this game. What are the Prem scores? Right, if you want to know what the Prem scores are, I'll show you now. We've not had, well, we've had one goal close to half time and quite recently, and that was Brentford's consolation by the looks of things at the moment. So it was Bobby Reid with the first goal for Fulham, and then it was a second goal by João Palhinha, but Norgard scores a brilliant volley to make it 2-1. Palace and Everton currently 1-1 in that game so far. So Villa originally took the lead with Ollie Watkins, but then Wilfried Zaha scores the equaliser. And the other two Prem games, Everton 0, Forest 0, and Leicester 0, Southampton 0. By the looks of things there, it looks like Forest have creeped into this game, but statistics-wise, very close by the looks of things there. I'm pleased for Forest that they actually are in a closer game this time. It is against Everton, who have lost their both games, opening games at least so far. And Leicester, Southampton, look like Leicester being a better team. At the moment, both still winless so far this season. Only one shot on target in that game so far, which is looking like to me it's been quite a plain, boring game, unfortunately. In that one, we may not see goals, although I could be proven wrong. Championship, it looks like all of them are half-time, apart from Burnley and Blackpool as it stands. Yeah, I've always got to remember to flick the page just to see Reading and Middlesbrough as well, actually. Okay, there you go. Let's actually see that. How Fulham 2-0. You know what? They played really well, Fulham. They're 2-1 up against Brentford at the moment. Is Dewsbury Hall starting for Leicester? Yes, he is actually. He is starting for Leicester. How is everyone? This says Mr. Football. I'm doing all right. How are you doing? I want to know if you're all right, by the way. You've got 8 points in the Premier League Prediction League so far. Are you talking about in total, or are you talking about today? I mean, if you predicted 1-0 Spurs and Wolves, that would have been a really good start, actually. But things can all change, you know. We got to wait for another 45 minutes. I can officially check because I do have everyone's predictions saved. But in general, when people tell me my predictions, 9 times out of 10, they're really honest. Okay, so far, 1-1. That must be in total, because you've only got 1 point in this game week so far, which is 1-1 between Leicester and Southampton. Just today? Well, maybe you mean the Championship, because in the Prem you've only got Leicester Southampton to draw correct, because you said 1-1 for Spurs and Wolves, you said 2-1 for Brentford there, 2-1 to Nottingham Forest, and then you didn't even predict Palace and thingy. Maybe you mean the Championship, I don't know, potentially. Doing terrible so far? Good, thanks. Unfortunately, that commentary pitch is a bugger. Well, for what I know, they're really trying to fix it so far. I'm definitely going to try and keep my eyes on the updates of the Commentary Building Society Arena. But, hang on a minute. We've got some goals between Chelmsford and Weymouth. I need to see this. We're 2-0 up. Oh, right, Chelmsford. We're 2-0 up against a team that were in the National League last year. Okay. Come on. Who are the goal scorers? Tom Blackwell with a double. Why am I not surprised? Please do like the stream if you've not done so. It really does help the growth of this channel when you do that. Oh, hang on. Don't know what's going on with my internet there. There we go, managed to get it back on. We're on 15 likes, we're halfway there to our target of 30 likes. So guys, please do like the stream, it really does help the growth of this channel. If you've not hit the subscribe button, please also do that. It does really help the growth of this channel as well. We've actually lost a sub today, so we've actually not made any progress in the stream so far. But I always believe, in miracles, and potentially in the second half, we could get a miracle, we could get a raid, I don't know. But we're 1-3-3-0, 3 away from 1-3-3-3, which will make us a third of the way through between 1,000 and 2,000, which will be really impressive for this channel. And other ways you could do to support, sharing the stream really helps as well. There's even the chance to donate as well. VJ says Pedro injury. Right, well, I need to know how much I'm convinced by that, because both Pedro and Sarr have been heavily linked with Premier League clubs. Both aren't starting. Both maybe, well, Pedro could be injured, but it's not a good look in a way for how heavily linked you are to a Premier League club and you're not playing. You know, Dennis didn't play for Watford against, I believe, West Brom, and then, honestly, within days later, he was a Nottingham Forest player. Oh, it'll be a dream for Elliot. That actually did happen, Charlie. Right, Ethan, I'm going to have to check when you've updated that then, if that's the case. But I have responded to it. Right, okay. This is what I'm going to say in terms of predictions right now, and I'm going to be quite harsh about this, but I'm going to just be as honest as I can, right? So, if you've forgotten to do a game, and I'll say this right now because I think Lair Corner's done this, and this is what I want you guys to do if you've forgotten to do a game in the future, okay? So, if you've made your predictions and you're like, yeah, I'm happy with that, but if you, let's say you want to change your game last minute, or you want to potentially add a game that you've not done, please, if you can, reply to that comment. It's much easier for me to track the timing in that way, okay? Because unfortunately, what I tend to do is that I save all the predictions as quickly as I can. But when you edit your comment, you know, I do this sometimes as well. And honestly, the way I'm going to say it is quite a lazy way to change your predictions. What I would say is just would be much, much easier for me to track predictions is to reply to that comment. So when you do a replied comment, let's say you press, the like and dislike button, the button next to that, you press that and then you reply to that and basically show me what you want to change. Because by that way, I can actually track when you post that. When you edit it, it doesn't tell me when you've done it. And it really is very, very annoying for me to try and basically work out what's happened there. I'll be checking the comments consistently. Has Ethan, to be fair, then changed it before kickoff then? That's my question, Charlie. But that goes down to all of you. If you do want to change your predictions, very close to kickoff, because I can't always look at it. I will have eyes of a hawk, but I can't necessarily look at it 24/7. But, if you do want to make changes to comments, and this is not me ranting, this is just me telling you what I would prefer if I'm tracking comments. If you do want to change it, please, I would really, really appreciate it if you reply. That's just, it's a million times easier for me to then see, when you did it right now. You did it right now. But did you comment those predictions elsewhere? Because, you could have done those predictions, because you can't do it right now. The game's just started. It's hard it elsewhere, and you've, to be fair, used those predictions on another channel doing Premier League predictions, then I will allow that. But on my channel, at least, I've not seen that at the moment there. Wrexham makes it 3-0. Wrexham are looking like a very comfortable win against Dominic Odusana scores for Wrexham to make it 3-0. Barnett squeezing a goal against Woking in the National League just before half-time too, by the looks of things. See, the thing is, because I've done this already, I forgot to make my predictions, for instance, for Ben's video. And I posted my predictions and I didn't edit it, but because there was evidence of me making those predictions, I allowed it. In fact, to be fair, you do make videos making your predictions. If you release that video way before the predictions started, then I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, basically. So that's actually something I might check later on. In fact, yeah, so Ethan, you might be okay with that, actually. If you've made a video making those predictions and you posted it beforehand, it'll be more work for me. But I don't mind if you have made a video doing those predictions before the games are kicked off. That'll be okay. Because at least it shows me it's proven that you made that prediction before kickoffs, if that makes sense, okay? Burnley to go unbeaten this season. Well, there's a problem with that for Burnley because they've already lost a game and they've already lost against Watford, Daniel. I don't know if you knew what happened last week, but Tom Cleverley has subjected Burnley to their only defeat this season. Well, it could be resolved, but if Ethan's not made a video, then I'm going to have to just take my original predictions I've taken from him, unfortunately. You know, it sounds harsh, but that's what I'm going to have to do. Right, okay, if that's the case, Ethan, then I'll check that later on, and I'll just double check, okay? That's what I'll do. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, but please, this is going to all of you guys. If you want to change your predictions, you know, when I heart your comment, it means I've saved your predictions. All right? So a bit of context how I do it. And I'll actually quickly show you. If you can see my phone at least. So you may see this here. So Broccoli and is that Lequan? Yeah, so Burnley, Broccoli and Lequan Henry's, their predictions are saved in a screenshot. You may notice there's a little heart comment there. So when I heart your comment, it means your predictions are currently saved, okay? And the reason I do that is because I know when you edit it, basically, when I do it that way. It's a sneaky way for me to find out when you've edited a comment, pretty much. And in terms of replying, you can do that, and it means that I'm still able to see that you've made a new comment, and it's just a million times easier for me to just double check that you're posting it, you know, within an appropriate time. So yeah, that's how I'm doing the predictions right now. And it's already difficult enough for a start that I'm actually a little bit more popular than what I was last year. And also for the fact I'm doing 2 separate leagues as well. So it is quite tricky to do all of that and quite time consuming. But I would very much appreciate it. If you do want to change your predictions, just one thing you guys can do for me, as I've just been trying to provide content for you. If you can, change your predictions, and please do if you do want to, but please reply to the comment rather than editing it. It's just a million times easier. That's all I'm going to say. Small debacle over now. Let's go back to previewing the second halves of these games. Oh, that'd be very helpful, Charlie, actually. Cheers for that. Right, let's get away from that. We already know we're on 1-3-3-0. Let's go back to this. So, currently 0-0 between Birmingham and Wigan. Wigan down to 10 men with Joe Bennett getting sent off in the 10th minute. They've got to survive this whole second half. Wigan down to 10 men, actually. QPR Rotherham's 1-1. Rotherham taking the lead. And then Willock in the 43rd minute, just before half-time. Chair and Willock with that classic combination makes it 1-1. Luton score against Swansea. Luton have really not scored many goals so far this season, and it is Alan Campbell that manages to score the first goal. So Luton drew 0-0 with Birmingham at the start, and then another draw here. What were Luton's results again? I'm just reminding myself, because Luton have barely scored any goals this season. In fact, I don't think Luton have scored a single goal. No, they must have. No, Luton must have scored at least one goal. No. How have they not shown me all their results? Luton must have scored at least one goal. I mean, I'm trying to remember who they played game 2. So they drew to Birmingham on the opening day 0-0. And then they were away from home against... Oh, bloody hell, who was it against? What was match day 2? I'm going to have to scroll back here. Oh, it was Burnley. 2-1, wasn't it? 2-1 against Burnley. So they've only scored 1 goal so far this season, I like to say. And they took the lead, didn't they? Yeah, no, I remember now. So it was 2-1 against Burnley. So this is only their second goal Luton Town have scored all season. In fact, they've not scored a single goal at home already. All of their goals, Luton, have been from away games so far. So maybe Luton, what they've got to work on really is being more clinical, especially at home. Sunderland have scraped a goal just before half-time. 47th minute, actually, for Ross Stewart. And look at that, Jack Clark again getting involved with the goal contributions. He's done well there. Luton and Swansea have just kicked off in the second half. Sheffield United 1, Blackburn 0. I've predicted 2-0 Sheffield United, so I'm halfway there for that score at the moment. Oliver Norwood makes it 1-0 for them there. And it's just second half in that game as well. West Brom 1, Hull 0. I predicted 1-1, so I'm also 1 goal away for this game being spot on. Callum Elder with an own goal. Burnley Blackpool, I've already got wrong. It's impossible for me to get a correct score there. But I will get 1 point if Burnley win, and that's what they're currently doing. But actually, that's crazy. So the 8 other games are currently not impossible for me to pick up 3 points in either one of them. That's not common for me to get that in that stage. But knowing me, I'll be completely out of luck, and I won't get a single point from those games. So these were all the Premier League ones. Leicester Southampton have already kicked off there, and they've got those 3 other half times there. And yeah, I think that's all I need to show at the moment there. Just made a cheeky bacon and egg sandwich, says Daniel. Oh, not bad. I tell you what, I've not had lunch, which is bad because it's 4 o'clock and I've not had lunch and there's a barbecue tonight. I might just have to skip lunch and go straight for the barbecue, which actually means I might be able to have all the leftovers this time. I don't know how many points I'm on so far. I mean, I know it got 0 for Norwich and Millwall, so I really need all the points here as much as I can. Right. Well, I mean, they're talking about Fulham and Brentford there. What I'll do, thank you, Ethan, for doing that. I mean, in future, if you do want to change comments, please do that, actually. Because I actually think it's only been you and one other that's actually done that. In terms of what I can remember. So, to be fair, pretty much all of you have done exactly what I wanted to do in terms of editing and changing predictions and all of that. But it's only just a couple that just need to get on board on how I like to do things, right? But all of you have really made this competition, go to life, which I'm always very excited about. I'm privileged that you are taking part in these competitions, really. So thank you guys so much for that. Well, 17 likes, by the way. If you guys have not liked the stream, please do so. Let's aim for 30 likes just before the end of this stream. So we're 13 likes away for 30. That will be a brilliant achievement for this channel if we can eventually get there. In terms of subs, we're still 1330. 1333 would be a brilliant achievement for this channel. I mean, we've currently lost one sub at the moment, but it would be great if we gained a little bit of progress there to 2,000. That would be really, really good. But thank you guys, as always, for the terrific support in this channel. A lot of players are getting booked for violent conduct in the Solihull game. Ooh, okay, sounds like a pretty fiery encounter then, which obviously I really do like. Let's go to capture again. Let's not look at all of this and see if we've got any goals and stuff. Oh god, Reading. In fact, no, I lied. Reading and Middlesbrough is completely wrong. But all the other games, I've got a good chance of getting right. But I did predict Reading to score. So if Middlesbrough complete a comeback, that would be good news for me. Any goals in League? Okay, we have got a goal in League One, actually. It's just popped through on Soccer Saturday. It is Port Vale 1, Burton 0. Dear me, Burton. 1 point, bottom of League One. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank in great... Oh, there's a 4th goal. Surely, if there's a 4th goal, Craven Cottage. Right, I'll look at that in a minute. Right, so it was who got the first goal? Ben Garrity with the first goal there. It sounds like it's an equalising goal for Brentford. Unbelievable. So, Fulham with 2 goals up. Brentford have now completely turned it around. It's now 2-2 to Brentford. Ivan Toney managing to get the 2nd goal for Brentford. Unbelievable. Wow. So Bobby Reid and Jalvin. So yeah, it was Ivan Toney. I don't know what happened, but 5 minutes in the second half. That's my prediction. I predicted 2-2. I've just realised that. Okay then. That might... Oh, well, to be fair, still 40 minutes for it to all change. There's a 2nd goal of the Hawthorns. One prediction that has gone down the toilet, though, is West Brom Hull. I predicted a draw in that game, but West Brom look like they're picking up all 3 points in this game. John Swift with the 2nd goal for West Brom, and Grady Diangana getting the assist. And now we'll put West Brom... I mean, they were 22nd. Look at them. This is surely going to be West Brom's first win of the season and Hull's first defeat of the season as well. So this is a weekend of firsts for West Brom and Hull. West Brom's first win and Hull City's first defeat of the season. That is really going to shake things up in the championship table right now. So 2-0 to the Baggies. I just wanted to check another League One game because I think we've got a goal between Oxford and Morecambe. Morecambe have taken the lead. Oh, no way has it been disallowed. Wow. So Ivan Toney's goal has been disallowed. It's no longer 2-2. It's still 2-1 Fulham. Wow. Morecambe were 22nd place. But now with this goal, they'll definitely rise up the table. Jensen Weir with the goal. Connolly with the assist. Morecambe not doing... not Morecambe. Oxford not doing too well either. Only one win in their opening 4. And right now, that'll be 4 losses in 5. Wow, that's not good for Oxford whatsoever there. And actually, Morecambe will overtake... Yeah, they would overtake Oxford if they win this game so far. So that would definitely shake things up in the table. My God, Paul Merson is not able to shut up at the moment. Wow, unbelievable. So, okay, so it wasn't an equaliser for Brentford again, but there is a goal at home. So Leicester have taken the lead against Southampton. It's not shown so far, but I think it's James Maddison based on the commentary. Yep, James Maddison with the opening goal for Leicester against Southampton. I have predicted 2-1 in that game. Leicester looking like they're about to get their first win of the season so far. And so far, Leicester have been, not conceding any goals. They've conceded 6 goals already this season, Leicester. But so far, a clean sheet and a goal, that is more than what they need right now to really get themselves up and running. Just a quick goal in the Scottish League. Dundee 0, St Mirren 2. Charlie said 1-1. Are you saying that 1-1 for Leicester and Southampton? Or are you talking about 1-1 for... what you calling it? I predicted 2-0. Oh, you predicted 2-0, Charlie, for West Brom Hull. Come on, Hull. Get 1 goal back. Dundee going to lose 7-0 again. Oh, you said 1-1 for Leicester Southampton. Fair enough. There is a 4th goal between Peterborough and Lincoln. I mean, Peterborough looking like they're going to try and walk the league. Ipswich are giving them fair competition at the moment. But it is a 4th goal again for Peterborough. They are on a roll right now in terms of goals. Jack Marriott again with his second goal of the game. Ronnie Edwards with the assist this time. Joseph Clark-Harris scoring for the penalty spot. And again, Joseph Clark-Harris is this time Joe Ward with the assist there. 4-0 to Peterborough. Lincoln, who've had a pretty good start, unbeaten in the league, but they are going to be falling to their first defeat, and pretty heavy defeat as well by the looks of things as well. Still no goals between Everton and Nottingham Forest, and ironically that is the one game that Matt chose to stream as well. Sometimes it's a risk when you pick one game to stream. That's why I'm choosing to do this sort of watch along where we're talking about all games in depth, because it's non-stop thrillers right now. Stockport have scored. Right, Stockport. Are we about to see them get their first win of the season in League 2? So Stockport... Oh no, they have already got their first win. What am I saying? They have already got their first win. That's right. Oh, who did they beat? They drew against Colchester. I know that for a fact, but I can't remember who they beat. They beat someone. I'm not going to be able to remember right now. Swindon have just scored a 2nd goal, and quite recently as well, because it's not popped up on the screen. So Rochdale really struggling right now. Crawley down to 10 men. Both Rochdale and Crawley really struggling right now. Crawley behind and also down to 10 men too. Bloody hell. Okay, there's a lot to take in. So, where's the Stockport goal? Where is it? I've already talked about all of these. Where is it? There's less than blunders about. I talked about the Swindon goal already. Right, yeah, there's the game. So Crawley are behind against Wimbledon and are down to 10 men. But let's find Stockport, which... How's it 1-1? So Sarcevic made it 1-0 to Stockport, but Mansfield must have equalised immediately. I've not seen it on the video printer yet. They have. Oh my gosh. So look at that. Sarcevic in the 53rd and Will Swan in the 55th. Cruel again for Stockport. They're not catching the break so far. Ipswich have taken a second goal against Shrewsbury. It's looking very comfortable. What is VAR looking at between Palace and Villa? Penalty call. Could be a penalty to Palace by the sounds of things. Okay, Ipswich score their second. Connor Chaplin makes it 2-0 there. Leif Davis getting the assist in that one. Gosh, there's no time to breathe. Well, 3-0 West Brom. I did say a third goal would end things with your prediction, Charlie, and it has happened by the sounds of things. Looks like West Brom are going to win very comfortably against Hull City now. They're not going to switch to it yet because they're still... I think it is a penalty to Crystal Palace. Darnell Furlong is the goal scorer for West Brom, by the way. But how's that my fault? I said 2-1 Hull. Didn't say 3-0 West Brom. That's just one of those things. We had 15 shots against Fleetwood and still 0-0 on shocking need to win. Mansfield have just taken the lead against Stockport now. It's even more cruel to Mansfield. Stockport, sorry. Ollie Clark makes it 2-1. Mansfield, who had a pretty dreadful start by the looks of things, have managed to regain a little bit of form now. There's an equalising goal between Oxford and Morecambe. Oxford have now equalised against Morecambe, which is damage limitation, but it's Carl Joseph who was a all chance. Well, come on, penalty to Palace. Zaha. Oh! It's saved, but Crystal Palace get the rebound. Oh, that's my prediction for this game gone. Oh, damn it. Oh, whatever. Okay, Carl Joseph scores for Oxford to make it 1-1. He was in Swansea last year, Carl Joseph. He makes it 1-1 in that game. Ipswich says he doesn't know how he drew with Shrewsbury. Well, at the moment, Ipswich are humbling them right now by the looks of things. West Brom found out how to score now. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Someone needs to start scoring goals, but I'll keep positive, says Alex there. Well, it sounds like that Derby have got everything right, apart from just a constant and consistent goal scorer, really. That's all it sounds to me. Got 1-0 Fleetwood written all over it. Oh, dear. Well, Scott Brown would celebrate that like he won a trophy or whatever if Fleetwood get a 1-0 win there. They've not had a great start, Fleetwood, so far. Right, they're finally now talking about West Brom's third goal so far. But no other goals in the Championship. That's the only goal that's happened actually in the Championship. Unless I'm going to keep saying that now because maybe I am a small jinx in that and we'll get a Championship goal eventually. Right, Zaha's second goal has just popped up on my phone. It surprises me how I never think to put him in my team, Zaha. When Palace win, Zaha's pretty much in the thick of it all the time. Well, apparently Southampton nearly levelled against Leicester. Leicester need to be a bit careful with their lead here. Still 0-0 between Everton and Nottingham Forest. Everton with 2 defeats in a row still. Forest up to, well, they've been up to 10th there with a point. They'll actually match Liverpool and Chelsea's points total with a draw right now. Andre Mariner being the referee there. So, I think it was Charlie who asked any of their new signings going on the pitch. So, Ryan Yates on for Mangala. Okay, Ryan Yates playing in, now in the Premier League here. Doesn't look like any other substitutes for Nottingham Forest are on. Onana is on for Davis. And Dwight McNeil, new signing as well, on for Rondon there. Did I see any new signings on the bench? Bianca Nairn, Morgan Gibbs-White's on the bench. Kouyate's also on the bench. Freuler is also a new signing. Emmanuel Dennis. That bench is looking very, very new there. But yeah, they've got some injuries there. Niakate, Colback, Richards, and Ryan Yates. But he's actually playing Ryan Yates this time. We have a goal in League One. There we go. Finally, we've got Leicester's goal going through there. Exeter have fallen behind against Cheltenham. I made a prediction that Cheltenham's manager, Wade Elliott, will be the first manager to get sacked after Rochdale's. But right now, they've just taken a really important goal there. Dan Ndulu, I think that's how you say it, has scored for Cheltenham to make it 1-0 away from home. This will be a great result for them there. Still 1-0 Reading there. I'm surprised about that. Middlesbrough have really been disappointed so far. To there, Shrewsbury did park the bus. We should be beating these teams 2-3-0, really, yeah. In terms of it, you know, it should be one of those ones when you've got a team that parks the bus, eventually they'll start to fatigue in around the 80th, 90th minute. It's about consistently showing your energy and showing your desire. Because they're having desire, you know, the team parking the bus to not lose. Oh, what's popped up on my Twitter now? Something with Chelmsford here. Oh, great. If it's 3-0, it'll be game over. But knowing us, it'll be 2-1. Yeah, 2-1. Yeah. Oh, dear. What's happened here? Oh, Blair scored. Right, okay. It's still 2-1, but in the 56th minute. Oh, dear me. I always... yeah, I'm a bit nervy now. We've done well to get a 2-0 lead, but I don't know if we're going to keep it now. Weymouth is probably going to be one of the favourites to get out of National League South. So right now, we definitely need to be trying to beat the teams up there in the table if Chelmsford want to be in that conversation. Thank you for 19 likes, by the way. We're on 11 likes for 30 likes. So guys, if you've not liked the stream, please do so. It really does help the growth of this channel when you all do that. It really does help me getting a little bit more well known. If you've not hit the subscribe button, please also do that as well. We're on 1330 subs right now. Bang on. If you guys can hit the subscribe button and get to 1333, that would be a brilliant achievement because it means we'll be a third of the way from 1,000 to 2,000. And to remind you, when I hit, or if I hit 2,000 subs, I'll shave my beard as well. So Babyface Alex will return when we've hit 2,000 subs, and it has to stay 2,000 as well. There's a goal in League One between Forest Green and Plymouth. It shouldn't come to a surprise, but Plymouth have taken a 3-goal lead. It is Niall Ellis this time who scores this one. Bally Mumba, and Finn Aziz, I should be more specific, have taken a break in providing the goals, and it's Niall Ennis now who scores, and Danny Mayer who manages to get the assist for that one. No other goals in the Championship by the looks of things at the moment. No other goals here. Cambridge have equalised, that's new. Okay, Cambridge have equalised. And yeah, this is a very new one because it's not popped up on the screen yet. Unless it is only 1-0, but I believe it's 1-1. Anything else that I've seen here? Nothing so far. Yeah, Fleetwood 0, Derby 0. Just looking at that there. McGoldrick on. Sibley's on. Conor Hurahan's booked for an argument there. Derby in 7. Fleetwood have not as bad of a start as I thought. They are actually only having one defeat at the start of the season and are unbeaten in their last 3. Maybe this part of the bus way is the way that they're getting those points. Already talked about that. Oh, did I talk about... Yeah, I think I did talk about Northampton. Yeah, I did talk about Northampton getting 1 goal back. I remember now. Talked about Newport there. Grimsby, Sutton still 0-0. And I think I've talked about all of these ones as well. Yeah, we've caught up now. Right, so now we just wait for the next goal to go in. Right, okay, so it is 1-1 between Charlton and Cambridge. Just waiting to see who got the goal. Harvey Nibs. There we go. We've got the goal scorer. Right. We're now officially called a right goal at I was going to say St Mary's. King Power Stadium. Wrong stadium. But it is a team that come from St Mary's, Southampton, who have equalised here. Leicester again continuing their slow start to the season. A draw and a loss to start their season. No clean sheet again for Danny Ward in goal. It's Che Adams who scores the goal for Southampton. James Justin tries to clear. Can't clear it. Che Adams doesn't miss from that close range. 1-1 now. So I said 2-1 Leicester, so that still could be a correct score prediction there, maybe. Right. I'm just waiting for more goals to go in now, because we've now officially caught up with everything. Yeah. There we go. Okay, let's go back to you guys and talk about this. Still stalemate at Deepdale. Yeah, still 0-0 between Preston and Watford, actually. I'm not surprised I've not seen that, actually. Although, I did predict 1-1, so that'd be 1 point from my prediction league there. Still stalemate at Deepdale. Yeah, I've already looked at that there. The Stars and bad, however, away, and the goals worry at the moment. Charlie's get your... That's a good comment by Charlie there. You had Ward in goal in the FPL. Oh, dear me. Oh, Coniston, thank you for popping in. Hi, have a good day. I am having a good day now. How are you doing? It's good to see you. We've got an equalising goal at Fratton Park, which I'll just talk about right now. But Coniston, thank you so much. Wow, that's completely flustered me now. Just got to quickly talk about this equaliser. I'll talk about this. It is an equalising goal for Bristol Rovers against Portsmouth. Now, that could be cracks starting to show for Bournemouth and keeping with the top 3 pace. So we're seeing, who are the two teams in the top 2? So Peterborough and Ipswich, they're winning very comfortably now. Portsmouth at home against newly promoted Bristol Rovers. They're now looking like they're dropping points. Aaron Collins with the equaliser. Joey Barton looking like he's going to squeeze another point for Bristol Rovers right now. Portsmouth looks like they're going to stay in third. And in fact, they will currently stay in third at the moment because Sheffield Wednesday can't quite catch up with him. Plymouth and Charlton, look how competitive that is. Bolton fall out of the top 6 entirely. Derby, if they get a goal, they'll easily be in the top 6 as well. There's a third goal, I dare say, between Doncaster and Salford. It's 2-1 to Doncaster. Carl Hurst manages to score. Lee Tomlin, who's finished his suspension, manages to get the assist. And it looks like Salford are going to be subject to their first defeat of the season. And look at that. Salford fall all the way down from 1st to 6th from that defeat, apparently now. That is incredible. Yeah, there's Preston Watford there. Still stalemate there. Hughes and Cunningham and Raymond Ash yellow card, and that's been the only highlight. So it says a lot that this game is proving to be not very lively at the moment there. Wrexham are now 4-0 up against Maidstone. Paul Mullin scores a penalty. I think it's a hat-trick for Mullin now. Yeah, hi Coniston. Thank you so much for that. I don't know what the conversion currency of that is, but I'll be looking at that soon. Thank you so much for that. Preston are the easiest team to predict 3 points for me. Well, you went 0-0, didn't you? For God's sake. I know I should have predicted that. It's going to be Indonesian dollar or something, or Indian dollar, because you've got DR, which means dollar. I'll look into that in a minute. 20 shots for Rams and still 0-0. Charlie hopes for Watford to score. Did you predict 1-0 Watford? God, everyone's now just really hoping for the best for their predictions right now. I would score past Preston. Well, give Freddie Woodman some credit right now. He's the only goalkeeper to not concede a goal. And what's even more annoying about that? Well, I mean, I will still get points for Gaffer for goalkeeper because Fotheringham's still got a clean sheet. But Woodman is my bench goalkeeper, if I'm right in saying, or at least... Wow, incredible. What's going on with Dean Henderson at the moment? Oh, it's so it's actually Indonesian rupiah. Oh, I didn't know it's actually had those there. So if I convert that... Oh, is it one... Okay. Well, thanks for donating anyway. Thank you so much, actually. Thank you so much for even getting involved in that. That is really, really appreciative of you. Thank you so much there. I predicted Birmingham versus Wigan. What's going on with... Oh, there's a penalty at the Hawthorns. Carlin Grant taking the penalty, so it could be 4-0 West Brom. And it's 4-0 West Brom. What demolition from West Brom here. It's now 4-0. They've now got their first win of the season, and that is officially, I feel like, what they've been deserving for so long now. They've now finally got the result they deserved, and now West Brom will now start climbing up the table, and it's a fourth goal between Fulham and Brentford. Oh, and there's another goal apparently at Sellers, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Right, 2-2 between Fulham and Brentford. Oh my God, what a moment. Right, there is a fourth goal there, and Palace looking like that they've managed to... So it's Ivan Toney who now finally gets his goal. Ivan Toney makes it 2-2. Jean-Philippe Mateta scores for Crystal Palace to make it 3-1. Crystal Palace with their first win of the season. Aston Villa, 2 defeats in their first 3 games. Not a great start for Villa there. There's been no other goals in the Championship. Oh, God, I got weak. Oh, I'm going to get 1 point for getting Luton right then. Right, so Luton have now made it 2-0 between them and Swansea there. Gosh, I mean, could I blame me for not predicting 2-0 to Luton? Luton have only scored 1 goal in 4 games there, but it looks like Sheffield United scored a second, and that is officially my prediction, 2-0 Sheffield United. So that will be 3 points at the moment for that game. What did I predict for Birmingham Wigan? It was 2-1 Birmingham, so I don't know if that's going to happen now, but a goal for Birmingham would definitely salvage things. It is 2-0 Luton. Carlton Morris gets on the score sheet. Finally, a goal from the former Barnsley striker. And it looks like Luton now finally getting into their stride a little bit. But this is a bad result for Swansea. Really not a great showing for them. Second goal for Sheffield United. I don't know who scored it. It won't tell me at the moment. But I do believe it is 2-0 to the Blades. Just got to have to be patient and wait to see who scored. God, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I think it was Oliver McBurney who created it. And it is Ilman Ndiaye. So it was McBurney and it was Berger with the link up. And Ilman Ndiaye finished the job, making it 2-0 to Sheffield United. And Blackburn are now going into back-to-back defeats now. Any more goals in the Prem? Nothing by the looks of things there. Okay, nothing now. I've already looked at that, already looked at those. Looked at that. League 2, have I caught up there? Leyton Orient first, wow. So we've got Wolves, and we are all caught up. Oh, now Dorking have conceded 1 against Gateshead. Adam Campbell now scores for Gateshead to make it 2-1 in the 70th minute. We've got about 15 minutes left in this game. Can Swansea score for my prediction? Did you say 2-1 Luton? If that's so, then that's quite ambitious for you. Fulham bottled it. Yeah, they did. They really did. To go 2-0 up in the fashion that they did, they have thrown it away, Fulham. And they've done that a couple of times, Fulham, already. You know, think of this. They've taken the lead twice against Liverpool and lost it. They bottled missing the pen. So right now, Fulham could be doing so much better than what they are. But at the moment, they're really struggling. Tony's welcome in my FPL team. Oh, great. Tom's got 14 points for this match day alone. I've got to actually look and calculate everyone's points in a minute, actually, after this. 2-1 Southampton, but offside. Oh, okay. Let's actually go back to this. Ilman. So apparently, Forest nearly nick a goal, but Forest have not really threatened at all in this half. Apparently, so it's Ilamanji. Is that really how you say it? Well, okay, that's interesting. So yeah, 2-0 there. Did look at that there. I've looked at that already. I think I've seen everyone's comments so far. There is a second goal at Oakwell. 2-0 to Wickham. Dominic Gape with the goal. If I can find it, that would be great. There it is. There we go. So only be Wickham's second win of the season. They've had 3 defeats in a row. And not doing so well recently, but they've managed to recover it. Ooh, okay. If they're talking about Oakwell, I thought they were mentioning Morgan Gibbs White. Maybe I'm hearing things now. Still 0-0 between Preston and Watford. Sheffield United 2-0 there. Still 1-0 there. 2-0. 1-1. A QPR goal would be so nice right now for me. Why is it 52nd minute? Why is it only the 51st minute in that game? There's been a huge delay by the sounds of things. I've now just lost it. Werder Bremen beat Dortmund apparently after being 2-0 down. I've just seen that from One Football. What a story that is. Premier League currently staying as it is. Still 3-1, 2-2 there, 1-1. That'll be my first official correct Premier League score if it stays 2-2 between Fulham and Brentford right now. If Leicester score, that'll be 2 correct predictions and I would say steady on. I'm now suddenly getting Premier League scores right. Right, at the moment, it looks like we've caught up with everything now. Let's go back to this. Tom's going to dominate the league. Oh, he's confident. Oh, now there's a 5th goal at Turf Moor. Now I'm really excited. It's 3-2. Okay, then. Shane Lavery makes it 3-2. And it could be game on again for Blackpool. Hull have got 1 goal back against West Brom. No clean sheet for David Button again. Still no clean sheet. Although, no, I lied. They did get a clean sheet, West Brom, against Cardiff in their last game in midweek. But it's now 4-1. Oscar Estupinian scores. I gotta say, he's been so reliable, Estupinian, so far in this game. He's done so well. In fact, I've actually not checked how my Betfair fantasy league's going. If you're wondering, I have joined Matt's Betfair fantasy Betfair thing. I've not checked how it's done, and I'm almost certain I put Estupinian in actually, so at least he'll get me some points from that. Sheffield United, no. Well, that's 2 points gone by the looks of things. I think it's not going to stay that way. Theo Archibald has scored for Leyton Orient to make it 2-0 to Leyton Orient. He used to be a West Ham player, I believe, Theo Archibald. Or was it, no, he definitely, Theo Archibald, I can't remember what he used to play for, but he definitely played for a big Premier League team at one point. I know it says 2-0, but I think it's going to change to 3-0 in a minute. It did flash 3-0 momentarily. Yep. I think it's the guy who I can't say right now. Watford goal would be nice. Indye again with the goal. So 3-0 for Sheffield United. Blackburn being completely ripped apart again. It's still 1-0 Reading. How are Middlesbrough not getting anything here? I know there's going to be time wasting, as you see there from McIntyre, but there's no excuse. Middlesbrough, pull yourselves together. What's going on with you? It looks like Southampton are now being considered a better team against Leicester, which is a small concern for Leicester, I've got to be honest right now. Right, the thing I wanted to show you... Oh, something's happened. Ah! What a moment! 3-3? What? Oh my god. No way. No flipping way is it 3-3. Jerry Yates has just made it 3-3. What a comeback by the Tangerines. That is unbelievable. This is incredible. Wow, what a game this has turned out to be. The first Lancashire derby of this season has not disappointed. Drama and goals galore. 3-3. Half a dozen of goals now in this whole entire game. Burnley 3, Blackpool 3. Incredible. Unbelievable, in fact. I'm lost for words. I forgot what I was even doing before that moment there. Oh! Oh, we've got a goal! It looks like Nottingham Forest have snatched it. Michael Dawson's just screamed, it's going to be Nottingham Forest who scored. Wow. It looks like Nottingham Forest might have edged it. Brennan Johnson. And oh my god, and Leicester have thrown it away as well. What's going on? Final 10 minutes. We're getting late drama and goals up the wazoo right now. Brennan Johnson scores. That will change. But who has scored for Southampton to make it 2-1? Incredible. Brennan Johnson, 81st minute. His first Premier League goal makes it 2-1. And I think Southampton have finally taken the lead. It's Che Adams again, who I think has been involved with this goal. And I think it is Che Adams. A double for Che Adams. And because of his impact, Southampton are now in the lead. Unbelievable. Incredible. I'm flabbergasted, honestly. Wow. Let's see how everyone said. Brennan Johnson, smash and grab. Burnley bottled it. Blackpool has salvaged me a point. Well, in terms of the prediction league, maybe. Charlie's wanting Che Adams to join Leeds. Please VAR check Southampton and Nottingham Forest goal. Hull losing 4-1 to West Brom. We have to be beating Hull next Saturday for Coventry. Well, Hull at that time probably felt untouchable, but I do think it was not necessarily, points, won by performances. It's like they've been able to... West Brom haven't been that good, right? I think West Brom, in general, at home have been pretty good. But the thing is, I know West Brom are down there in 22nd, but I think West Brom have been one of those teams that have been down there, still winless, but have actually deserved much more than what they've got. Well, I saw them against Watford at home and looked really, really good. So I know what this West Brom team's capable of. And with Hull, honestly, from when I've seen them in the highlight reel, I've not been too sure, but they've just been clinical, Hull, when they've needed them. Even in the first half, when it was 1-0 West Brom, Hull had 3 shots on target. So they really were, despite not having many shots, they looked really clinical, Hull. And I think that's their strength. But yeah, clearly now they've been a little bit exposed, Hull, at the moment, and I do think it's going to be difficult for them moving forward. So Hull good at home. I think they're all right at home, Hull City, but I wouldn't say they're the best at home in the league right now. Everton going down with the Villa, says Charlie. Oh, now that's a statement and a half. 2 big clubs that would be going down to the Championship if that's the case. Wow. That drama right there, the Blackpool equaliser followed by the Forest goal and the Southampton lead in that quick succession is incredible. This is why I really enjoy doing these 3 PM watch-alongs. It's incredible. How have I got 6 messages on my Snap? No, I've not got 6 messages. No, I never get those messages. Anyway, no other goals. We need a Blackpool winner. Oh, if there's a Blackpool winner, that would be incredible. For the scenes, it'll be incredible if that's the case. Oh my god, we've got a 6th goal between Scunthorpe and Solihull Moors. Tom would be ecstatic to know that Solihull Moors have made it 3-3 against Scunthorpe. Andrew Dallas, scores to make it 3-3. Oh my God. Rodgers out, Vardy out, Tielemans out, Fofana out, Sunchu out, Maddison out. Wow. Jeez, that's quite savage from Tom there. Dallas, yeah, he's really excited there. Yeah, 2-2 between Fulham and Brentford, which is actually what I predicted as well. So ironically, one of the games with the largest amount of goals I'm currently getting correct at the moment. I don't want to talk about how I'm doing the prediction league so far because I think I will jinx it. There's a 6th goal at the Hawthorns. You could probably guess where it's gone. Hello. Yeah, there we go. It's 5-1 to West Brom. It's very, very routine, this. Swindon are now 3-0 up against Rochdale. Because I don't know who scored, I'll just quickly check League 2. Because it's Harry McCurdy who scores for Swindon to make it 3-0. It's not showed up there. Blimey, I mean, Bianca Westwood's had a good day commentating this game. She's seen 6 goals. Same with Ali McAnally. All of them tend to not... Alan McAnally, sorry. They both don't tend to see many goals in their games. But both have hit the jackpot with their games today. Still 0-0, actually, between Wigan and Birmingham. Why is that flashing now? That 0. Could it be a Wigan goal? Maybe. I don't think so. I don't know why they're only in the 61st minute, however, unless there's a huge delay. McGuinness out and Niambe on. So clearly Liam Richard making a substitution to defend this. Right, there's a 3rd goal at Oakwell and it's a bad defeat for Barnsley because Wickham have now made it 3-0. Nick Freeman, 3-0. And Wickham are back in, well, they're back in business now. It's now 2 wins now for their season there. It was Dara O'Shea who scored for West Brom, by the way. We never found out, but it is Dara O'Shea who scored for West Brom. There is a goal between Birmingham and Wigan. And it is a goal for the 10 men of Wigan. Birmingham looking like... Birmingham have had a man advantage all game, pretty much. But Wigan have now taken the lead. Nathan Broadhead, one of their new transfers, I believe, has done a brilliant job getting Wigan this goal. This will be Wigan's first win of the season if they can get it. Wigan are currently 19th in the table, winless. But now Wigan will be one of the very few... Well, they will now only leave Middlesbrough and Coventry to be the only 2 teams still looking for their first win of the season. Wrexham 5, Maidstone 0. Paul Mullin has officially got his hat-trick now. So I'd said he had his hat-trick previously. Not anymore. Goal at Goodison. It's a 1-1 draw now. Unbelievable. Damari Gray looks like he's managed to snatch a point for Everton. Oh, doesn't sound like good defending by Nottingham Forest there. Oh my gosh, okay, well Solihull Moors are now winning. Solihull Moors are beating Scunthorpe 4-3. Alex Reid with the goal. Portsmouth have now turned it around. The pressure of what the top 2 are doing. Portsmouth are just about staying in the race right now. It's now 2-1 to Portsmouth. Joe Pigott with a penalty. There's a red card at Turf Moor. Sonny Carey for Blackpool has been sent off. What's this going to mean right now? Is it a penalty? Well, they're showing Portsmouth and Bristol Rovers first, annoyingly, but this might be a huge moment in this game. Final 4 minutes, 3-3. It looks like I'm going to get Wigan wrong, and it looks like I'm going to get Reading wrong. Unless Middlesbrough score 2 quick goals, they won't get anything out of this. Way down against Come On Pompey, says Honeygun. Of course he's going to support that being a Bristol City fan. Oh, and there's another... Oh my god, there's 2 red cards. So, Sonny Carey has been sent off, and so has Ian Matson. Craven Cottage has got a 5th goal, and Fulham looks like they picked up all 3 points now. I've not got this score prediction right, god damn it, but what an unbelievable moment this is. Brentford have put them under pressure, but Alexander Mitrovic again on the score sheet for Fulham. Just like that, they've been pegged back by Brentford, but it looks like all 3 points are going to Fulham's way. 3-2 now. I'm just seeing if there's any more goals. Oh, I tell you what. Loads of these games are on a knife's edge right now. Could Leicester get something against Southampton? Doesn't look like it at the moment. It's staying 2-1 to the Saints. It's 5-2 now, so we've had 7 goals to talk about in the Hawthorns. It's going to be a bit of a manic review going through this game, but yeah, we've got, look at, I mean, this is the game I want to talk about right now. 3-3 and 2 red cards in a Lancashire derby. Estupinian again scores. Port Vale manages to make it 2-0 against Burton. Burton looking like that they're going to go by another defeat. It sounds like Preston and Watford is going to stay 0-0. There's a concern for Preston. They really are struggling with confidence going forward, unfortunately, there. But Port Vale get their second goal. Ellis Harrison with that goal there. Apparently, Burton conceded 14 goals. What a thriller the Preston game's been. Ha 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 ha. As Briller injured, it gets worse and worse. Oh dear. What a thriller the Solihull game has been. I know, incredible. Why are they talking about Stoke and Sunderland? Please don't stop. Right, it's still 1-0 Sunderland, which I'm pleased about because that's what I predicted. So that's definitely 3 points I've got so far. But I'm saying so far because I know everything could change. Right, God. Dundee 0, St Mirren 3 in the Scottish lead. Wow. Full time for someone to come in now. This is when things get really, really tense. I'm turning the volume up now because we need it now. Barnet 2-0 up against Woking. Poor Colchester. They've been battered and bruised by this Leyton Orient team. Charlie Kelman scores for Leyton Orient to make it 3-0. And that would send Leyton Orient to the top of League 2 on 13 points. Right, a load of full times going in now. A couple in League 2. Please, QPR. Can you just score, QPR? That would be really nice right now. I'm this close getting this game right between QPR and Rotherham. Please just score, QPR. Chris Willett magic. Senny Dieng, last minute goal from you again. That would be absolutely brilliant. Need a crazy last minute winner for Forest for the scenes. Yeah, for sure. How's Barrow third? Because Barrow's done quite well so far. They've actually picked up some really good wins. Tom doesn't want QPR to score. However, I really want QPR to score right now. Oh my God. Oh! Oh! Wow. So, Southampton nearly scored. Is there a goal at... Oh my gosh, I don't even know what's going on with the commentary now. They're all over the place. Right, Leicester lose again. Southampton hold on for a 2-1 win. Southampton's first win of the season. Leicester down in 18th place at the moment. A really bad start for Leicester at the start of the season so far. It's a third goal for Ipswich against Shrewsbury. They're going to win very comfortably here. It is Caden Jackson, who I did see live, and he didn't look that impressive, I've got to be honest, against Colchester, but at least he got a goal here. It has ended 1-1 between Everton and Nottingham Forest. I did predict a draw, but ironically, the wrong one. I went a 0-0 draw rather than 1-1. I should have predicted 1-1. Everton get their first point of the season, though, which they will really need to take right now. They could have lost all points, really. And what a game we had at West London. Fulham 3, Brentford 2. Fulham pick up their first 3 points of the season. Fulham in 4th right now. Solihull Moors hold on. They beat Scunthorpe by 4 goals to 3. Altrincham equalised against Yeovil in the 90th minute. 2-2 in that game now. Egni Kaja with the equalising goal. Wow. And it looks like Crystal Palace 3, Aston Villa 1 has ended. Right. All the Prem games have ended. Southend hold on to a 1-0 win against Oldham. Luton, Swansea has ended 2-0 so far. 3-0 Sheffield United has ended there. 5-2 to West Brom, that's ended. Looks like still 3-3 for Burnley there. Still going between Preston and Watford. Reading and Middlesbrough ends 1-0 Reading so far. Oh my God. What a moment this is for Reading. Reading are in their second. Reading are second place in the league. Oh my God. Right, they're going back to Turf Moor. I don't know why. They're probably checking to see if there's going to be a late winner from one of the teams. 8 minutes of added time in Turf Moor. That's more than enough time for any one of them. Those. Oh my God, there's someone went close there. Oh my God, we can't hold our breaths in this one. God, Stockport have not done well now. That's back-to-back defeats for them. Leicester going down 19th ahead of Bournemouth. Wow. People are not backing Leicester whatsoever now. Barrow have squeaked to win against Harrogate. And that's what Barrow are doing. They're squeaking wins. And because of that, Barrow are indeed third place in the table. So they're actually currently in the automatic promotion place so far, which is incredible in itself. And we're getting a lot of full times now. Port Vale are 2-0 Burton. That's full time there. Wealdstone beat Halifax by 1-0. Halifax going to be bottom of the National League. We still have 4 games still playing in this. So Birmingham and Wigan, this is definitely not the 72nd minute. That's going to be nearly over. Rotherham and QPR still going in that game. Stoke and Sunderland. Preston Watford's just ended 0-0 in that game. It looks like Joe Bellingham's had a good chance for Birmingham, but looks like he's missed. Oh, he had the shots saved right at Jamie Jones as well. I tell you what, Preston they need to really deal Preston with their goal scoring problems right now. That's their 4th 0-0. Incredible. Scream like the Insigne moment. Well, maybe in Blackpool and Burnley. I mean, I thought I was screaming enough in that one. Damn it. Alright, well, damn it, but not damn it. So, QPR and Rotherham's ended 1-1, which is a big hurt for me because I predicted 2-1 QPR. But Stoke and Sunderland's ended 1-0 Sunderland, which I did correctly predict. So, that's a bit of a good pill to score. So, Harwood Bellis nearly snatched it. My God, Burnley are really pushing now. They've got a corner now. Okay, Birmingham and Wigan and Burnley Blackpool are the only 2 games in the Championship still going now. Rotherham unbeaten run continues. Yeah, they've done so well, Rotherham, taking the lead again as well in that game as well. Colchester do sneak 1 consolation goal in the end of it against Leyton Orient. It is Noah Chilvers, which I would say, in terms of my man of the match for Colchester, I think Noah Chilvers would have been right up there. He was a handful defensively and attacking-wise as well. So Noah Chilvers was my man of the match for Colchester. I didn't really talk about the official man of the match in that one. Luke Hannon probably should get it for scoring the goal, but Noah Chilvers off the ball did really, really well. Didn't check Chelmsford actually, Charlie. Thank you for reminding me. God. Okay, if we've beaten Weymouth, that's a really good result for Chelmsford there. Grimsby and Sutton and 0-0 at the moment. Right, okay. Right, 2 minutes added on. At the moment, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's added time between Chelmsford and I can't think. Chelmsford and Weymouth is still 2-1, but it's not full time yet. Boreham Wood squeak a win against Torquay. Barnet to win the league. I'm not too sure about that. 27 shots, but no goals for Derby. Yeah. Very similar problem with Preston. Can't get goals. Last minute equaliser. For Northampton against Crewe. They were behind for most of that game. about a 2-0 down for most of this game. They got Archibald. Oh, no, Archibald. No, that's not this game. That was... Where is it? This one. Right, Hoskins makes it 2-1 there. And then 97-minute, Hoskins again ends it and makes it a day to remember for Northampton. They squeak a point and they still stay above Crewe. In 4th place, Crewe just below the table there. 2-2 draw. Wow. Right, I'm getting a bit distracted here because it's gone to an ad break. Can we potentially still get some live scores? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, you're going to definitely need to get some goal scorers. And I think same goes for Preston there. Both have got very similar problems there. Still 3-3 between Burnley and Blackpool. I'm going to stay ahead. Imagine if they did. Well, they were in the EFL not so long ago, Barnet, which is a shame for them that they feel so far away. Wow, great win for Wigan. They picked up their first win of the season, beating Birmingham by 1-0. But what an incredible moment this was for Wigan. To get a win and to be down for 10 men with Joe Bennett sent off right at the start. And right now, 1-0 Wigan. Incredible. Nathan Broadhead, Charlie White with the assist. Incredible. Wigan pick up their first win, and you see Wigan now. They've not updated Wigan's position in the table. They really should. So Wigan should be on 6 points. I don't know why they've not updated them there. So Wigan will be up in around Blackpool's position. Charlton 1, Cambridge 1 still. Oh, it has ended at Turf Moor. It has ended 3-3. I think we can breathe now. I think we can officially breathe and say that all these games are over. Right, I'm going to check if there's any others that are actually updating the games. Right. Oh, come on. BBC Sport never lets me down. Right, I don't think they've updated, what you call it. I don't think they've updated Burnley and Blackpool yet. They have not. Or have they? They may have done. No, they have not. They've not even updated the table. Why is no one updating the table? Normally, SofaScore's great at this, but they've completely forgotten to include Wigan and Birmingham right now. So it's nearly an accurate table right now. Rating on top! No. 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 SofaScore's broken. Do your maths. 3 wins, 2 defeats, does not give you 12 points. Oh my god, I hate everything right now. Can you just show me the championship table? It's not so difficult right now. I want to know how every team is doing, and no software is smart enough to show me what the table is looking like. Right, this one's nearly up to date. Sheffield United, 5 games. They've not updated Watford though, so that's not accurate. They've not updated Rotherham's game. Not Preston's. Oh my god. They've updated Middlesbrough quite well there. Yeah, they've updated Middlesbrough. Huddersfield, they've kept quite up to date there. And no games updating Wigan. I just want to show you guys the table, but they won't do it. Yeah, it looks like this one's not going to work. It's officially full-time between Birmingham and Wigan, and they've not updated that. It's full-time in this game as well. Why are they not showing full-time in that game? This is incredible. Look at that. 3-1 up. And Blackpool equalised in the second half 3-3. I'll settle for a draw. Deep down, says VJ. 3-1 Chelmsford? Oh my god, there are tweets going on in the Chelsea City account. Oh my god, hang on. Oh, what a moment that is. So, Blackwell with a double. And it has to be Jones. Callum Jones, in fact, with the final goal. 3-1. What a day. What a day for Chelmsford there. Wow. Incredible. I still can't get over that Burnley Blackpool game. That is incredible. 2 red cards as well in that moment there from that equaliser from Jerry Yates. Oh dear me. Is it now up to date? This table's screwed. Championship. Please up. Well, I'm going to have to be patient and wait for Jeff Stelling to show us the table. But why can't anyone do their job and actually update the table properly? Have they done this correctly? Okay, Wigan should be on 4. This might be the updated table. Think this might be up to date now. Actually. Right, I think this might be our up-to-date table. Wow, that's interesting. So, Sheffield United top with Watford second on 9 points. Reading in 3rd place on goal difference, also on 9 points. Blackburn, I don't know if you can you see the table? Yes, you can. Nice. Blackburn 4th, so 2 defeats in a row has put Blackburn from 1st to 4th. Sunderland safely in the top 6 in the moment with 8 points. And so are Hull City, but with their first defeat of the season, they're only 1 point clear of Norwich. With back-to-back wins, they're closing the gap. Cardiff are still yet to play. If they win, Cardiff will actually have a chance to be top of the table. Preston, 7 points, still unbeaten, but only 1 goal scored in 5. That's really concerning. Millwall, 10th, also 7. Rotherham, unbeaten with 4 games on 6 points. West Brom go from 20th to 12th from their first win of the season, 5-2 against Hull. Wigan, still unbeaten with their first win of the season. They go from 21st to 13th. Blackpool with 2 wins. Okay, they've not updated Blackpool's then. They've clearly not updated Blackpool and Burnley. So both of them... Oh, I thought the table was up to date. Yeah, they're still not updated Blackpool and Burnley. Okay, so Burnley should be on 6, which actually would only rise 1 place above where Blackpool are. But Blackpool on 7 will take them from 14th all the way up to 10th, where Millwall are. So just imagine that. QPR on 5 points still. God, Man United still last place in the Premier League. Can't believe it. Luton, with their first win of the season, they now go up to 17th. They're no longer in the bottom 3. Birmingham 5th. Not 5th. 18th on 5 points, but are dropping down the table now. Look at that. 2 defeats and a draw in their last 3. Swansea 19th. Bristol City struggling a little bit. Stoke, look at that. 3 defeats in their 5. Just above the relegation zone. Huddersfield with 3 defeats down there. And Middlesbrough and Coventry, the only 2 winless teams currently in the bottom 2. The best performance I've seen this season was West Brom versus Watford. Oh, I agreed. I hope that's the case, Charlie, for Chelmsford. Alright, I can see the league. So basically, it's this same exact table. Just imagine Blackpool being in the 11th this time. So all the other teams are being pushed down from there. Burnley 15th, which is incredible. Wigan 14th and West Brom 13th. So basically, these teams are pushed down 1 place because Blackpool should be 11th and not 14th pretty much. But that's pretty much all it is. God, Ipswich first place. It's weird to see, honestly, in League One. Anyway, let's go back to the video. Right, so I think that is enough for me to stream today. I am amazed of all the drama going around. I'm really enjoying these 3 PM watch-alongs. I don't think I'm going to do one next week, though, because I think I'm going to try and go and see Ipswich play up against Barnsley. So I'm going to try and go and see that and see if I can record a vlog for you guys there for that. Show us the National League South table. I'll do that now, actually. That's if they've actually updated it at this point. Let's see if BBC Sport have updated it so far. Don't know if they have updated it, honestly, at the moment. So, we've not... So, Chelmsford have actually won against Slough. Yeah, they've not updated it. Because we got a first win of the season against Slough. And then this is 2 wins in a row for Chelmsford now. but we need to wait for the table to be up to date. It looks like it's not going to be up to date. Barnet are actually first though. Solihull in third. Wrexham just behind. Wealdstone in second. I don't know if that's going to stay the same. Dorking in sixth. That's a brilliant story for Dorking Wanderers to be this high up in the table. Is this going to be up to date? Let's see if this is up to date. No, that's from last season. I want to look at this season. 22-23. Still not up to date because Chelmsford should have 2 wins now because we played 3 games. We should play 4, but if you remember the what's the guy's name that concussed on the pitch for Chippenham? So we were playing a game against Chippenham away from home, and it was against Chelmsford when the concussion happened. And Chippenham, out of respect, have not played this weekend either. They cancelled their game against Oxford City. So we should have played 4, but we've had to settle with 3 so far because we were involved in the Chippenham incident there. Great stream today. No, thank you guys. I really do appreciate that. I don't think I can give you an up-to-date standings for the National League because they are not providing me with any updates. In fact, now this one is. This is the same app I use to monitor #United's progress. This works. Right. Chelmsford are actually in a really great position. So, let's go to capture. There they are. We're 4th place. So, we have played... hello. They're actually showing us this. So, we played 3 games, 2 wins, and a draw. We're still unbeaten in this league somehow. I can't remember who we drew to in the first game of the season, but it was a home game. I can't remember, but we're still unbeaten. Worthing just above us, Havant and Waterlooville there, and Ebbsfleet winning 4 in a row. Yeah, Ebbsfleet I think are going to dominate, to be honest. They've been a yo-yo team. Braintree, who've narrowly survived, are currently 15th right now. They've picked up 1 win so far. Weymouth are the only team with 0 points. Wow, that's big. Maybe it wasn't so satisfying to beat Weymouth in the end there. But anyway, that was a really good moment there. I'm actually going to quickly check hashtag actually. So they are in the Isthmian League North, I like to say, or is it? It may be Isthmian League North. Or are they? I think that's probably... Oh no, hashtag are there. Fixtures and results. Hashtag I don't think they're playing this weekend because I think they've got FA Cup preliminary rounds this weekend. But this was a recent one. Oh, okay. So 2-1 there. 15th of August. I just want to see the table. Hashtag 11th. And they've only played 1 game. And they've... Oh, in fact, no, they played 2. So they played 2 games. 1 win, 1 loss. Okay, so right in the middle. But... still only 1 point behind, actually, the playoffs, actually. Sudbury, I do tend to see drive around at quite a fair bit of a time. They do pass around Chelmsford quite a fair bit, AFC Sudbury. So, do look at them as well. They're quite local. But there you go. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to show. Right. Charlie's already giving the big talk about Leeds. We'll find out what happens tomorrow, is all I'll say. Weymouth were in the National League last season. Yeah, how ironic. Yeah, it does indeed. Okay, they won 3-0 in the cup today. Oh, okay, interesting. I'll look at that in a minute. Right, I'm going to end it here because I'm going to waffle now. If you guys enjoyed the stream, please give the stream a like. It really does help. How did we do with likes today? Moment of truth. We have managed to get 23. Just slightly off 30. Yeah, I mean, the streams have not been going so well recently, but it's one of those things. I think definitely... working full time has definitely made things difficult, unfortunately, in my part. And there's just lots of competition, isn't there? So I'm gonna have to deal with it. We're 1-3-3-0. We actually lost a sub today in total there, but as always, you know, I'm probably not sounding so appreciative, but I really do appreciate everyone who is supporting here right now. I do appreciate it. I will update the prediction leagues as quickly as I can. I'll see if I can get some videos sorted because I felt really bad not making some individual videos apart from predictions this week. It's just too time consuming these days, but I will try my best and do something for you guys. So final thing to say, please like if you've not done so, please subscribe if you've not done so, please share as well. All of that really helps too. There you go. That wraps it up for the stream today. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary for starting the stream. As always, I'll see you guys soon. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. Take care.